Welcome back, everyone, to Misty Mountain Mondays, Misty Mountain Streaming, the Rimehold Ritual, and probably the stream I am most excited about since Elden Ring came out. Which, to be fair, I was very excited for that, probably disproportionately so. We have a sixth panel on our Twitch overlay so that we can welcome a new guest. Before we get to that, Baconator just gifted a tier 1 sub to Crash Candy Cosplay, who can thank him for that. Which brings
now I can
our
enjoy
total
your content.
Which brings our total of subscribers to 69.
No.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baconator. What a nice thing to do.
That's super cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not going to delay this for very much longer. If you're new to the channel, this is a channel where we play D&D, where we play video games, where we tell stories and enjoy being nerds together. All but one of these faces on screen right now should be surpassingly familiar to you, and probably one beard. So we're going to start by welcoming Erik Braa to our channel. Hey, Erik, welcome, man.
Thank you very much for having me in. I appreciate. Thank you to all the players for allowing me to potentially screw up their entire D&D campaign.
It was.
I know. I'm thrilled to be here. I really appreciate John, Big Cheese there at Misty, and really nice guy. And I appreciate that introducing me to you and everybody else and Sophie and all that. So awesome. I'm very happy to be here. Skål to everyone, and let's have some freaking D&D fun.
I do have a message from John somewhere on my desk. I won't bother doing it word for word. He's very grateful that you're here. Probably almost as grateful as I am, and we are. Steven and I...
you say that now.
Well, I say that now. Steven and I have been fans of yours.
To these characters, they can die. We'll still have fun.
Yeah. To be killed by Erik Braa. What an honor. Steven and I have been fans of yours for a while now because of some of your voiceover work in video games. But on the off chance that people haven't followed our social media recommendation and IMDb'd you, where would people know you from?
People know me as Draven Jackson Vel'Koz from League of Legends, the voice of, I should say. Who wants some Draven? Yeah, baby. Who wants a piece of the champ? And Vel'Koz has a bunch of effects, so he's boring. Thank you for your contribution. Otherwise, you know me from the Spirit Tree and Ori and the Blind Forest. I am in... Oh boy, there's lots of stuff, video game stuff out there, and other projects that I do are like podcasts. There's the broadcast, the Sleepy Time broadcast, and the Story Time broadcast. All of those anywhere you get podcasts. If you need to help to sleep, some people. The reason I do the Sleepy Time is because I've worked on the Calm app. If you're familiar with that app, It is a meditation app. But they have sleep stories, and I started doing it many years ago when they started, and it turns out some people don't mind hearing me read them to sleep. So I have a variety of sleep stories for you. Geez, I don't know. I'm working on a audiobook right now, and a friend of mine wrote, so hopefully that'll be coming out the end of March, I think, at least the Kickstarter or something for it. And that's it. I don't know, man. I can't shill. I'm terrible at this.
All awesome stuff. It's always awkward to talk about yourself, whether you're very accomplished or very little accomplished. Yeah, I get that. But
the broadcast was a good time. I tuned in on Wednesday for the first time, and it was a fun.
Oh, the happy hour. Yeah, that's the stream is the happy hour.
The hoppy hour.
Yes, the hoppy hour. Indeed, because that's usually something hoppy in the class.
I saw a new IPA I hadn't tried, and I'm intrigued because that's the one hipster thing about me is.
Well, then you got to grab it and then show up at the broadcast happy hour and tell us what you're drinking and all that. That would be.
There you go.
And it gives me something to talk about. Good Lord, nobody wants to hear me vamp for a while, and I'm doing it again. I got to shut up now.
It shows you the different kinds of people that John and I are, by the way. Because we both independently came to one another and were like, dude, this guy is amazing. He was in League of Legends. And John says, dude, this guy's amazing. I don't know. He worked on Grand Theft Auto. It's like, well, we play different games, but yeah, we get it. We get it.
Dude, this guy's amazing. He's on the call map.
Exactly. Yeah. That's honestly the funniest one. Is that I started getting tweets that were like, "Thanks for last night. I only made it 5 minutes," and I'm like, "Oh, wait, what?" Yeah, I was about to brush.
This guy's amazing. He's on Misty Mountain
Draven
Streaming.
practices good mental health. It's important.
Real quick, Steve kindly mentioned that you have a Twitch channel. If anyone is not following Erik Braa, if everyone's an Erik Braa fan and didn't know that he was on Twitch, boom, there's a link. Go follow.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, it is just Erik Braa. It's pretty simple.
It's pretty simple. I'm going to let other members of the cast here on screen introduce themselves, then we'll see what's up in the chat, then we'll thank you to the people who have recently interacted with the channel, and then we'll play some D&D. Let's go, who haven't I picked on recently? Jane first.
Oh boy, man. Well, I'm Crash Candy Cosplay. I am a cosplayer, makeup artist, prop maker, and illustrator, so I like arts and crafts. But I've been playing D&D for about 3-ish years now, so I'm like a little bit new still, but I really, really love it. And in this campaign, I play Dr. Iris, who is kind of a grumpy old French man, and he is a drow cleric. It has been so much fun.
And we're starting with you tonight, so be ready for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I fell through the floor.
You fell through the floor.
Nice. Rolled that. 3.
Clever choice, all in white. A lot easier to see you.
Hey, I chose the armor of gleaming for a reason.
Let's go to Druna.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. If you guys haven't been here before, I play Druna, which is a drow druid, and the youngest of the group. Very socially awkward. Outside of D&D, I am a cosplayer / model. I do competitive building, and I'm excited to be here with Misty Mountain. So, yay!
We're excited to have you here.
Meow.
You are you were one of the first few people to get in on the Discord and get with me about playing D&D on the channel, and you have like 95% been a delight ever since, and the other 5% you've been just adorable. So, 100% positive.
Thank you.
Let's move over to Estevan.
Hey everyone, my name is Steven. I am Rob's twin brother and the co-host of a D&D podcast called Bardic Twinspiration. Huh? See what we did there? Huh?
Oh.
And
I came
apparently
up
I'm
with
just here for puns. Rob was afraid of drowning in estrogen, so he brought me along. And now the modicum of testosterone that I bring to the table has been completely outshone by Erik and his beard. But I am playing Dame Carlotta Voltaren, who is the self-proclaimed leader of the group, a paladin who is tasking herself with safeguarding and protecting the rest of the crew.
And doing a great job so far.
So far, no one's died.
Yep.
Me.
Thanks, Robin.
we're gonna work on that tonight, maybe a little bit. Because as of looking back, I have 3 unused DM accomplices just sitting around waiting. I've been saving them.
No.
I bought him one for a different stream, and he saved it for tonight to use it against me.
Make that 4. Make that 4. Thank you, Robin. 4. Write it down. While we talk,
Now I can't make the Spider-Verse joke where it's
and by
like,
the way, the
there's 3
username,
actually.
the username that wins for making you the most hungry might be Cheesecake Panda.
right?
For me, it's Death by Snoo Snoo, but you know, to each
I
their
love
own.
Death by Snooze. That's a friend of mine. That's a good friend of mine, and I'm thrilled that they came by to hang out.
I genuinely lost my shit when
As a matter of
I'm
fact,
a big Futurama fan.
If you have seen the broadcast Happy Hour, that person that sits next to me on the stream is Death by Snoo Snoo.
Oh, great!
Hell yeah.
I don't remember the name, but I've become familiar with
Blissful
with her.
Ease.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you. What delighted came out to join us. Let's go ahead to Cheesecake Panda. By the way, that's our lovely Tyler on screen with us here.
Yeah, I told this story on Wasteland Girls' little like interview thing Friday that the name that I picked, Cheesecake Panda, I picked in high school, and then I started making cosplay pages and was like, oh man, I got to keep it. No one's gonna know who I am, and now I really actually have to keep it because no one will know who I am.
Now that you're internet famous.
Yeah, but my
Eric likes
favorite.
cheese all the
My
time.
favorite thing is when I get messages from people on Instagram that are like, "Oh man, cheese," and I'm like, "That was an interesting one to pick out of the three."
Dude, that's
Yeah.
what I went with for a while, and I can't not now.
Yeah.
It's either Thai or cheese.
But yeah, I am Tyler, as it says on the screen, Cheesecake Panda. I'm playing Luka, my drow wizard, who is just an absolute dumpster fire, yet somehow is not the one that's about to die by the hands of the beard.
In all fairness, you are the one who has charmed an ancient, decrepit old woman into being, like, very just charmed by you right now.
Yeah, listen, I'm a wizard, and my charisma's my highest stat. Okay, there's a reason for that. But yeah, I'm a cosplayer. I do a lot of makeup. I occasionally draw, which is usually just for the stream because I'll draw our characters.
I love.
And just to warn everybody now, if I start getting like squinty or like if my eyes start watering, don't worry about it. I was just stupid and did 5 makeups the other day for a video and then haven't recovered yet. So
Did you actually do 5? I thought you were joking.
no, I actually did 5. 2 that were normal, like this, like normal skin tone, and then 3 body paints.
Wow.
Next,
Hey, Ty.
Yeah, she's a workhorse.
by
Hey,
next
Ty.
week, we will be able to talk about that, and I'm,
You know
I'm
your
excited.
skin is like- Your skin is a living thing. You know that, right?
I woke up yesterday morning and was like looking around my eyes like so decrepit.
Oh,
Yeah.
mercy.
You're so much braver than I.
All right. And in case anyone isn't familiar or cares, I'm Rob. I'm the D&D wannabe. I'm the one guy that Misty Mountain Gaming pays to just know about D&D and do stuff on this channel. And we have a YouTube, and that's all me. We have this Twitch, and it is often me. And we have a podcast, and that is half me.
You got a few stands out there now. They've been popping up in the chat from time to time, showing you some love.
Yeah,
I don't know what they see in you, but they're out there.
I don't know. They see a reflection of the worst sides of themselves.
No, they see a reflection of me, and somehow
the
show
worst
you
sides
all
of
the love. I
yourself.
don't
There
get
it
that.
is. Let's see in the chat. Walmac, my buddy, you made it. Hey, first here too. Our good friend Baconator the Generous is back again, gifting subs. Wolf Rider 87. Glad we're getting you through that last hour of your shift. Watch us afterwards too. It's gonna be awesome. Do you see who we have on the screen? My goodness. Let's see. That dude Daniel has their clipping finger ready. Just to remind everyone, every week, and I think we may have missed last week on actually posting this. Sorry about it. Elden Ring was a thing. We have people clip their favorite moments from the stream, then we pick our favorite, and then we post that clip to social media specifically from these Monday night games. And that dude Daniel is a consistent winner in that regard. So I'm glad to have you back.
I'm going to throw a t-shirt on that, Rob.
Oh, really? Ooh!
The winner of the clip gets to pick from one of the 2 shirts, and I'll send them a shirt.
Damn, and I'm playing
Hey.
tonight, so I'll have to.
I know, I can't win! I can't. Okay.
Draw.
I'm marking that down so that I don't forget, because that sounds like exactly the kind of thing that Rob would forget.
I need a better beard on my shirt.
Death by Snoo Snoo, as we
There is one
mentioned.
that has the beard on it, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah,
Oh
there
yeah.
we go. That's what I need.
Oh yeah. I need that.
I'm marking that. That's generous of you, man. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. We got Lindsay Boy is in the chat. Of course, our wonderful players are all here. Robin is here and gifting me DM accomplice stuff. which is a good time to note. If you have channel points from this channel, you can use them to help or hinder the players. For the purposes of this, Erik is kind of on my team, so I reserve the right to make use of my DM's accomplice on Eric's behalf. But you can buy inspiration for anyone, myself included, any of the players and Erik. You can get guidance for myself or any of the players, including Erik.
If you're like me and KJ, you can battle back and forth with ones that don't mean anything.
If the lighten the mood and darken the mood are still there, that's a Wednesday night thing. I tried to switch them off. If you see them, they do nothing.
They're
Save your
still
points.
there?
Save your points.
Too late.
If you pick Dark in the Mood, Dame will just get more and more violent.
It's already a thing, Stephen.
Yeah.
That's a hurtful stereotype, unless you pick Dark in the Mood and give us your channel points.
Rifle Stud, Sprinkle the
reality.
Lich King, both of you guys are here. G-Dubs, hey, welcome. First time viewer.
I love it. GW runs the Fabled 42 network and a really awesome person.
Hey, well, welcome.
He played GW, or excuse me, GW. He played Jidobi in. We did a Realms of Ukador campaign for I think 3 years. And GW played Jidobi, and it was awesome. I played Torque, which is originally what those shirts were from, is because it used to say, which it probably, this one might actually still say it.
Yeah!
Oh,
Team Torque!
Hashtag Team Torque. I have them, the ones we give out this time will just say hashtag Erik Braa or hashtag Viking of Voice or something.
Excellent. Thank you, G-Dubs, for the follow, by the way. And, you have been awarded guidance by Death by Snoo Snoo. Which,
nice.
just so everybody remembers, my players and people in the chat as well, anytime you're attempting something that's not an attack roll or a saving throw and you roll a d20, you can throw a d4 on it.
Right.
So mark that somewhere that you'll remember. And thank you for Bob Did It for the resub. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's not
No, but really, let's go.
Two other things before we begin.
Oh, come on to it. What
have-
are you waiting for? Get to the chopper. Hurry.
We have.
Rob, why are you taking this time, Rob?
I got two more things to go. Just two things.
Every moment the predator is getting closer.
I'm being bullied on my own channel by Arnold
No,
Schwarzenegger.
keep
Oh my
doing
god.
it. Usually I have to.
I love it. He's got a tuna.
Two things. And they are goals for the channel. And they mostly, one of them has to do with me. One of them has to do with you. Not any of you specifically, you people watching. The one that has to do with me is we have a goal to reach 100 subscribers. We are at 70 now, thanks to Bob Did It and Baconator's recent, I think 71 by the time it will update here in a second. When we hit 100, we've mentioned that half the people on the screen right now have great cosplay abilities. I have none. But I'm going to sit on camera and have cosplay makeup, make myself into some D&D creature under the tutelage of someone who is good at this when we hit 100 subscribers. I'm thinking it'll probably be Oh My Sophie and her new Dice Goblin streams, which are going to start on Friday. Every month she's going to make herself up as a goblin and stream and do giveaways and things. And I think she wants me to also become a goblin. So if anyone wants to see me as a goblin, as a community, we need to reach 100 subscribers. And whenever that happens, doubtlessly it will happen very soon. You guys are awesome. I will endure being green.
I want you to be a Lich King. You can name yourself Sprinkle.
And what?
Do a beholder though, and just like a headband of eyes just sticking out.
I would be closer to just the general appearance of a bugbear. Very little would have to be done to my face. The other goal is we are over 300 followers. When we reach 500 followers, we are going to start doing regular giveaways on the channel. That's just a thing we're going to be doing. But I am personally going to get together a care package for a random follower when we hit 500. I'm going to get you a tray. I'm going to get you several sets of dice. I'm going to get you something to carry that dice around in. I'm going to help you flex on your friends at the D&D table and set you up once we get to 500. We're over halfway there already. We're growing all the time, and I want to celebrate that growth. That's all I have. So, anyone have anything that I've... Yeah, now I'm done. Does anybody have anything to remind me about or remind the chat about? Oh, Hype Train! Hooray! I'm gonna...
Whoa!
Rob 2.0 starting the gifted subs.
Hey!
Yeah.
Whoa,
My
Rob!
goodness.
Yeah.
Rob...
Up to 80.
Rifle Stud is also a Rob, who is also bearded.
Make
who
this man a goblin.
me and him have become very good friends over a very short amount of time, and he just wants to see me suffer. I know it.
I just want to see you in green.
Almost in time for Patty's Day too. Timely.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Okay.
We can make this happen, folks.
All right. So, if there's nothing else. Oh, and by the way, as always, somebody in chat let me know how we're looking and sounding. Since it hasn't come up, I'm sure that it's probably okay.
Bob did it.
Yo!
Yeah.
Whoa! Thank you, Bob! Man,
Thanks.
that went to level 2 Hype Train so fast.
I've only ever seen one hype train
so
ever.
fast.
Meow, 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 meow.
This is only like our third for the channel. That's awesome.
That is super awesome.
Eric, when's the next time we can have you back?
Level 4 complete.
Okay. We did Goblin. All right. You came here for D&D. I'm going to start ignoring the activity feed. I'll come back to that at the break. The break, by the way, is going to be it's going to be stuff from our Elden Ring week. It's going to be me fighting Renala. If you missed that, it's me getting very frustrated and then very excited about one of the bosses in Elden Ring. So, how about we start off with a little recap. Our Den of Drow.
You did say she's taller than that, though, right?
A little bit. Din Voltaren, a party of 4 drow, made up of our paladin, Dame Voltaren, a doctor, Dr. Iris, a court wizard, Luka Duskseeker, and problematic dirt girl, Druna, all left to the small town of Shallowford, which was experiencing a peculiar malady where everyone, almost, in the town was going quite mad for inexplicable reasons. After some investigation and some sidetracking, they discovered that there was pixie dust in the town's water supply. Following it to its source, they found a shrine to the nature goddess Maro, and a dryad named Ulmaria was there tormenting the pixie population, tearing the wings from their backs and stealing their coveted dust. This was under orders from some mysterious entity, and the dust was collected by an old, decrepit woman who, after taking her care package, went up into the Frostfang Mountains. You followed her path, and through a series of dangers and encounters, found yourself beset by a magical lightning storm, and you sought shelter from this danger in a crumbling castle, whose history is mostly unknown to you. Upon going inside, you found a quaint little room where you discovered some soup containing mystery ingredients, a secret compartment with a couple of bottles of something labeled Gruta's medicine, which you identified contained, among other things, troll blood. Leaving this room, after realizing that this place at least has 4 occupants, judging by the cloaks on the peg near the door, you leave into a darkened room that was once a library and now has become some sort of magical workshop or alchemy lab. Dr. Iris pocketed a strange effigy that reminded him of himself and wrapped it in a piece of paper containing sylvan writing that he himself could not read. In the following room, an invisible Luka discovers a woman matching the description that they were given, who is sweeping, humming gently to herself and tidying up. There are several routes from this room, not all of which have been thoroughly explored, Dame realized that there is some creature of unknown origin who seems to be whittling stone beyond a large set of double doors. There's a immense hall whose floor is crumbling away, as well as another route that has been somewhat less explored. A silent set of double doors. Things got a little crazy quite quickly. Druna became a newt with her wild shape ability, was pocketed by the old woman, reversed her wild shape, exploded from the pocket, and made quite an entrance. Luka recovered quickly by charming the woman to make her okay with everything that was happening, and began to try and pump her for information as well as giving her the name Laura, which is certainly not her name. Doc, on the other hand, leaves to investigate with his superior dark vision as a Twilight cleric the crumbling room, and sees across the falling apart floor that there is a statue bearing a shield, and pressed into the stone shield is an actual shield. Somebody knew the term for something in the center of a shield.
Shield boss.
Shield boss. Thank you, I knew. I knew someone knew. I didn't know. I knew
It's
someone
so
knew.
rad.
So the shield boss of the stone shield is a shield, and thought, that's cool. Let's walk over there and see that. And not being as light on his feet as he imagined, he came tumbling through the floor, creating a new hole in this floor. Tumbling down into the room below, you took some damage, and found yourself in a pristine white room with 3 tombs, above-ground stone tombs, one distinctly more important than the others, raised on a dais, and the lid of the sepulcher is carved in the visage of an immense man, wielding a spear and a shield, covered in hide armors, long beard, flowing hair, just the picture of intimidation. And lit and somewhat transparent by scarlet flames that lit themselves in braziers to your right and left as you entered the room, is that same figure, standing and looking upon his own visage, crafted in stone. And after your unceremonious entry, turned and welcomed you to the stronghold of the Lord Rovahn, and informed you that your intentions may play a part as to whether or not you may leave. And that is exactly where we left it last week. We will come back to what is going on above ground, because I, like probably many people in the chat, are much more interested in what's going on in that alabaster room. So, to paint the picture for you, Erik, Rovahn the Bloodlord, you have spent months now trapped in this exact room, where once you had roam of your entire domain. You are have been left with your thoughts and this constant reminder of your mortality and of your newfound immortality. Pondering this has been your only entertainment for quite some time, until the first person you have seen in years, certainly the first drow you have seen in centuries, clad all in white, smartly dressed in the attire of a physician, tumbles from above, creating a hole in the once sealed room. Either of you is welcome to take it from here.
Well, what do we have here? Not trying to hide, are we? Come to pay fealty, perhaps. Take a knee, kiss the ring. No. No?
Dame. He'll get up, kind of dust off his shoulder, and take a slow step back.
Oh, gliding towards you the whole time.
Oh god!
He has been at this dais, and as he leaves the dais, his elevation does not change. He's not bound by gravity like you are.
Okay.
So he's just gliding towards you, saying these things.
Yeah.
So, what does bring you here?
He'll probably back up towards the wall.
Okay. It is not an immense room. You find the wall uncomfortably quickly.
Yep.
Please, a pleasure to meet you. And he reaches out a hand and heads towards you.
Pleasure as well, hopefully. And
Our hands
he'll...
touch.
Uh,
Our hands touch. Give me a DC.
what is that?
One second. I gotta make sure I read the thing right. I gotta read.
I think
DC 15 charisma save.
Fine, whatever. That might as well happen.
Clerics.
Adult life's already so goddamn weird.
Known for their great charisma saves.
Yeah.
You got inspiration, though.
I would like to point
I
out
do
that I
have
am...
inspiration. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
Can we get
Okay, that's not bad. That is 18
18.
Oh.
Ah!
Look
with my
So-
+0 modifier.
at you. So nothing really happens. We actually shake hands. And you feel
you
a weird
corporeal?
cold tingling. You feel tingling through your arm. Yeah, I am corporeal. I can shift a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm mostly a
Oh.
ghost.
Is-
But you actually
Oh.
felt a little something, and you felt a tingle in your hand, but then nothing happened, and it's a pleasure.
Is this your place of residency?
Indeed. You have come right into my throne room, Maven. And I thank you for that. Can't be just you. Are you alone?
Spatially, currently, yes.
An odd one, I think, maybe.
That sounds like an insight check coming from Rovahn right there. Would you like to roll it?
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't even have my normal little. Hold on.
All right. Just add whatever your wisdom modifier would be. And
Yeah,
you do have
okay,
guidance
so-
if you need it.
The hilarious thing is, I only got a 20.
Um,
The
no, sorry,
cadence of that
19.
is so painful. How dare him, Stew?
Certainly, it stands to reason. You know where you're situated, and you know what's outside. There's no way that anyone could have gotten here alone, but even though he's not technically lying about it, it is so abundantly clear with how uncomfortable the good doctor is that there are others, and perhaps close by.
Iris, uncomfortable?
Tell me, Doctor, what is your intention? Why are you here?
Well, currently, I did not mean to enter here. That was an accident. Otherwise, we are simply exploring an abnormality.
An abnormality.
Of the Fey variety. He'll still just kind of be staring you all over. Just Shocked and amazed in equal parts.
Yes. Abnormalities. And just so I'm clear, Rob, I can now go up through the whole floor, right? Now now that
can.
that's been opened for me.
Correct. In fact, unbeknownst to Doc, it was behind him at the beginning. He's backed all the way up against it without even noticing that he's backed himself up against a somewhat concealed door, just that you were not able to use, given your condition. However, there is now a hole in the ceiling, and you can fly.
Well, my friend, maybe I'll leave you here. And he starts drifting up through the broken floor.
Oh yeah, backwards.
He'll
I'm
scout after
assuming
and go,
just
"Damn!"
to maintain eye
looking
contact.
looking at the doctor the whole time.
Yeah, he's gonna
A
panic
pleasure
just
meeting
a
you.
little.
All right.
Yeah, he's just gonna start screaming out for mom.
You shout the name of your companion. You are going to shout quite loudly. Dame, make a perception check, and I'm also going to make a perception check for no particular reason.
Well, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's
For
fine.
no particular reason.
15.
15. All right. A French accent is calling for you from the direction of the crumbling room. This is a good time. Let's go back upstairs for a moment. The dubiously dubbed Laura is still just gazing deeply into Luka's eyes as you continue every round to keep up your hypnotic gaze. Druna is there, like, picking bits of Gruda's pocket out of her outfit where she exploded through it moments ago. And Dame, I think you were kind of on patrol. But it is up to you guys what is happening before... Let's go back in time just a touch before the call comes out. What have you guys accomplished in the meantime?
Absolutely nothing for me.
I believe it. You were, as
We're
I recall,
still pretending
you were
to be
pretending to be
asleep on the
asleep.
floor.
Even though drow don't sleep, you've seen how this works, and you are trying...
Now I'm like sitting up picking stuff out, but when we catch up,
Okay,
we'll
sorry.
address it.
Yeah. No, like definitely while you were pretending to be asleep, Phoebe was sitting on your chest. This little tiny winged monkey was sitting on your chest, just like on your face, trying to wake you up. While Luka's been just like, "Wow, Laura, this is such a lovely place you have here. Are you? Anybody else live here? Is it just you?" Like,
Oh, no, I couldn't live in a place like this alone. It's so large and drafty. And no, a woman of my age likes doing for people, you understand? Like, I like cooking and cleaning and making the lives of others more comfortable. So no, I don't live here alone at all.
there's like a moment where you like watch his face, kind of be like, "That doesn't add up with what I've heard." Could you maybe tell me? We heard a little bit of a rumor that there might be a bag of fairy things on the loose. Have you heard about that? You're such a kind old woman.
Remind me how your hypnotic gaze works before I answer this.
Let me find it. Because this is the only successful time we've used this. Because the last time was trying on an elf, and they
were real elves about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, as an action, one creature you see or can see or hear you. Oh, so they don't even have to look at me. Okay. Within 5 feet, they must save a wisdom saving throw of a DC 15 or be charmed until the end of your next turn. The charmed creature speed drops to 0, and the creature is incapacitated and visibly dazed. You can use your action to maintain this effect on subsequent turns.
Okay, so part of the charmed condition, which isn't listed here but is listed elsewhere, is that you have advantage on charisma checks to interact with the person. This is not something she would normally tell you. So why don't you make me a persuasion check at advantage, and we'll see how this goes.
Let's see. My persuasion is +7.
That's a bardly persuasion bonus.
Yeah, let's see. My only 2 good stats are in intelligence and charisma for the sake of spells and charming people.
Hey, my other brother is in the chat. What's up? He says,
See what
"Hi,
happened?
Draven man."
Oh yeah, he's
Hello.
the big
How
league
did
player.
that happen?
Welcome to the League of Draven.
That's not going to get old, is it?
Never, not for me.
Okay. I rolled twice and got the exact same number.
It's a low one?
No, it's 17 both times, plus
Okay.
7.
And just
Dang.
because, yeah. Just, oh, I work for the sisters. It's my job to keep the upper floors in order. They have scrub for the downstairs. Ugh. And she, like, screws her wrinkly old face into as much of a grimace as she can stand.
The sisters. You tell me about the sisters? You clearly don't like the sisters. Are they keeping you here? Are they
Oh,
making you work?
The sisters are fine. It's that scrub I don't like.
Is this the scrub that's like floating through the ceiling?
No, it's just a guy who's bad at video games. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to think of the joke.
There's
Oh,
no
That's where my
collision on
mind
this
went
level.
I don't want no scrub.
Oh, he would just
Why do
keep
I
asking-
suddenly feel like we're gonna hear him singing? Never mind, baby
Yes.
got back.
Scrub L
Thank you.
plus ratio.
Thank you for
Don't
getting my
want no
references.
scrub, Jub.
Oh god.
Decide scrubs for him.
I'm glad people get my references.
You guys are already making my eyes water. Stop it. He would keep asking about the sisters and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see what Dame is doing, because I don't want to take like forever just asking questions.
Yeah, that's fine. Dame, what are you up to as this interrogation is happening?
There are 4 doors in this room. We came from one of them.
Yep.
Doc went through another.
Yep, that
I saw-
doorway technically doesn't have doors, just so
Door.
you know.
Oh.
That doorway technically
it's just
does not
an
have
archway.
doors. It's just an archway.
We
I
don't
went
have
through one of
time for
those
the doors.
like Y-axis doors. They're pretty cool.
I've seen what is through one of these doors.
The southern door.
So I will then check the final door because obviously Doc has that other one handled and he has not yet screamed for help. So I will check door number 4.
Okay. And you are attempting to open it, yes?
If an attempt is required, yes, I would like to.
I mean, you don't have to roll anything. I just want to know what you're actually doing. Because last
Yeah,
time you
I
just
wanna see
walked up
what's-
and listened.
I want to see what's behind door number 3.
Okay. You open that door, and once again, substantially large door. And you give it a little bit of a push, and realize that it is just kind of balanced in place. Like, whatever hinges might have been here to keep this door supported have been removed, have rotted away, they're gone. And you push this door inward, and it starts to fall away. The other door starts to fall a little bit towards you. So a 15, 18 foot tall, 4 inch thick door is coming down at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Surely the Misty Mountain dice will love me on the Misty Mountain stream.
Why, of
It's
course.
it's happening somewhat slowly. It's not coming like directly at you, but it'll hurt if you fail.
Did you say it was a dex?
It's a dex.
11.
11?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you push this door.
I guess
and
I could inspiration, but well, I don't know. That's a big door. Wait. No,
You
I
can-
bumped it. Yeah, I'll inspiration.
Okay, let me know how that goes
Doors.
before I continue.
15 foot tall. Is it like a stone door?
No, it is wood. It is just thick. It is old. It is heavy. It is banded by iron. It's significant.
Sure. Okay then.
Worse.
Yeah, that's a 1. So we're gonna
Ooh.
go with the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a modified 1, but it's still a 1.
All right. The good news is it's not a lot of dice. It's just larger dice.
Cool.
All right. So as it is coming down on you, Dame, this is, you know.
Oh god.
Oh, by the way, your Dancer Hawk. Hey, Dancer, has reimbursed your inspiration, so you can have that again for next
Go.
time.
I didn't realize I was already hurt. So
You push it down and, like, in surprise that this door has completely given way, you kind of stumble and you kind of correct yourself. And it takes you a moment to find your footing, and it is too long to get out of the way of the door that falls over upon you.
it's the heels. Yep. You should never wear heels in armor, but no.
Oh, wait.
But
Oh,
do we
God.
listen?
Well, I thought that was a 6, but it's a 9. So that's
Oh.
actually 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right.
Whew. That's a heavy door.
That is a heavy door.
Damn.
One of those big iron bands with the rivets in it. The rivet just kind of catches
Oh.
you on the temple as you try and turn to go.
Life has
Um,
many doors, head boy.
That happened to me as a kid, I swear to God.
And you are knocked prone, and you or the efforts of multiple people will need to make an athletics check to get out of here.
Okay. Yeah. I'll start working on that. I think.
Okay. In the echoes of it is difficult for all of you to imagine someone not hearing that door coming down. Everybody hears the immense thud of that door hitting the stone cobbles. And in the echoes of it, you hear the cry of, "Dame!" from somewhere to the west and below all of you.
And Dame thinks to herself, how could he possibly have known that was me? I mean, Luka and Druna are up here, and they're both a lot more likely to cause a
Get
mess
off
than me.
my ass!
How did he know that was me?
Dame's like, this is some bullshit.
Shit right here. Oh, it's all right, Doctor. I'll be fine. Oh.
All right.
It may take me a moment.
Rovahn.
Perfect storm.
You ascend into until he's out of sight, still giving Doc the threatening glare that was one of the things that made you the man you were in your day. And then turn to sadly survey the state of what was once your fest hall, where acolytes and servants, warriors, brothers in arms, and the dignitaries that wished to curry your favor once gathered and ate and drank sumptuously together.
You don't need to make me angrier.
Now, it is a crumbling ruin divest of all of the accoutrements and furniture that would have made it what it was. To your right, west, into the Grand Hall, which once was an execution chamber, at Corvin Dane's suggestion, you see the soft light of a single candle, and barely illuminated by this candle are 4 figures. 3 drow, one of them wearing an immense purple hat. Another one who seems like they got dressed in the woods, and another clad in plate mail, looking, of all of the people that you've seen recently, the most martially capable, but at this particular moment, extricating them from your old throne, extricating herself from under one of your old, the old throne chamber's doors. And then finally, the servant that you have seen take up residence here months ago, the one that they called Gruta, is standing there just looking completely absorbed in the purple-hatted drow.
There's also a
okay.
tiny little white monkey.
I'm
Well-
sorry. There's also a tiny little white monkey with wings
Lest
because
we forget.
Yeah.
because wizards and their familiars.
Oh, if only I had symbols.
Yeah.
Um, I will see them, but he gets this almost like a cat, like when he sees the Gruta lady, and he's not a fan. But then thinks to himself, "Oh, here's someone who might need my help." Goes over to Dame, and oh my, found yourself in quite a situation, haven't you?
For my context, are you still floating, or you got like a guy that just walked up?
No,
Also-
it's sort of like it's at ground level,
Gliding.
but it kind of floats.
Yeah, there's no need for ambulation, right?
Oh, okay.
Right.
That went out with the legs.
Oh. Oh my. I was not expecting to meet someone of your stature, proclivities,
Oh.
corporealness. I was led to believe that it was just a bunch of sisters and lived here. Are you perhaps Scrub? No, you look a little much to go by Scrub. Dame Carlotta Voltaren. Oh, a pleasure.
Goes to shake the hand.
All
Oh, I
right.
just realized that's a bad idea.
Yeah. I was like, he forgot that quickly, or is he just
No.
playing right into my
I mean-
hand?
I mean, a little. I thought, no, this is what she was doing. Then I thought, yeah, no.
You
this
are
could be
making
a
it
thing.
a pleasure to meet you.
All right. I-
Yes, it is a DC 15 charisma saving throw.
I'm going
Okay,
to. I've got so much of this now. I've got 4. I'm going to use DM's accomplice to give you disadvantage on this saving throw.
Okay.
You have your own inspiration if you wish to combat it, but unless you spend it, disadvantage.
I don't
sir.
know what it's for. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Eric, I don't know how long you've been watching this stream, but I'm the person who's supposed to be good at these, but has so far been good at nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Steve has had some very
It's
bad luck with the
wonderful.
dice I got him.
Oh no.
So one?
so one of them's an 18,
Uh-huh.
modified to
Oh.
23.
And the other one.
One of them's a 2, modified to 7.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm excited for things to go worse than normal.
If I may, Luka, decide if you're still spending your action to do things or not, by the way. But all Luka and Druna see ghosts are typically like this bluish color, right? Like this transparency. That's often how they're depicted, or maybe green. This is a very crimson-y fellow who you can kind of see through. Like 80% opacity. Floats up from the room that Doc went into without Doc. Floats straight by all of you to the recently inconvenienced Dame. Has the briefest of conversations and reaches out almost as if to pull Dame from under this door and immediately vanishes.
Wait, Dame vanished or all of
No,
them?
the red gentleman, who is, again, like almost 7 feet tall, made of muscle, draped in hide armors, and just every inch like a barbarian lord. Walks
Hello,
up,
sir. I come to your knees. I'm tall.
shakes Dame's hand, and then the red man vanishes as Dame blinks for a moment and with one hand just pushes the door off of herself and begins to stand up. Steve, you get to take it easy for a little while.
Yeah.
Mom!
Believe me, it's a way better choice than like the
Well,
80-pound sopping wet doctor.
Go on.
Okay. Well, as Dame, I will make my way to go see my friends now.
So now you are a 6 foot tall drow paladin, den mother of a very small little group, or at least this is who you're Jaegering, who you're, your persona at the moment. Full plate armor, warhammer strapped to your back. General no nonsense sort of gal.
Yeah, you guys see as Dame is walking away from the door, there's like a moment where you're like, what is going on? Where there's like a feeling themselves for a moment. And then approaches.
You almost trip over yourself as you realize, oh, right, ambulation. I need to do that again. Boy, it's been a while.
So there's like a slight stumble. There's like I said, grabbing the body going, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell if there's like something off?
You may make an insight check. I'm not going to make it exceptionally easy. There is no physical tell.
Can I make one too, just as an arcane practitioner? I'm going to keep up my gaze.
Go ahead.
Insight check. Because you just watched someone walk into this room and then disappear. So he's in his mind thinking like, listen, we don't like Gruta, but maybe we can throw her at this thing if
you
we
walk
need
into
to.
so many rooms and disappear.
I didn't realize that Luka was basically the D&D equivalent of Ka from Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Kind
let's see.
of.
Page not Luka. Need to find.
What'd you get, Druna?
Arcane.
20 with modifiers.
What? How much? I'm sorry.
20 with modifiers. I got a 17 plus 3 on insight.
Ooh.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
After touching the ghost man, Druna, Dame is acting differently. Just the poise that she normally carries herself with, after a moment of clumsiness, has now been replaced. The poise has been replaced by this regal bearing. Like Dame living her best life all of a sudden. What you got, Luka?
The hips swivel all the way out.
First,
Yeah, baby.
I probably shouldn't give this knowledge to chat, but a different D&D group that I play with a lot, when somebody gets a dirty 20, one of my players calls it the flaccid 20. Take that as you will. I only got a 15.
A 15?
So yeah.
Dame seems a little bit confused, but otherwise, I mean, it seems pretty much like Dame. I mean, Dame is often confused at lots of things you do.
Well, I did just touch a guy that went poof after I touched him, and then was able to lift a door off with one hand. And then, maybe I'm just checking myself out to make sure everything's okay. Everything seems great.
Guys, I can destroy people with a touch. It's fantastic. Yes, those things you know.
So someone redeemed Light and Mood again. I love that.
I'll save that for Wednesday.
Be glad I'm not at 1,000 points yet.
You know who is?
I am at 11.7k points. Like, the day that I am not playing, you all should be terrified.
All right.
Damn it, Jane.
Hey.
So Dame approaches you and tells you that
anything.
I'm not sure we can trust this person, and points at Gruta.
Gruta, by the way, looks quite scared. She's still thoroughly incapacitated, right? Like, she can't do anything or go anywhere. She said, but she's ghost. It was.
Oh, we should totally free her tongue for her.
I thought she was trapped. I must tell the sisters. They will want to know.
Luka's gonna just step his way between the two so that he's almost like a protective barrier just in case. But also in case she needs to whisper something, he's right there. The ear's right there. But, and he's gonna be like, Dame, you've been in here the whole time. You've listened to her talk to me this whole time.
Yes, I don't think I can trust her. She didn't tell me about that door that just fell on me.
She was a little bit preoccupied, to be honest, because a woman fell out of her pants. And then she was put to sleep by the doctor. Actually, where is the doctor? I just heard our doctor yell. Where is our doctor?
Oh, over behind me, but through that other door, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I heard it, but I was going to go there, but I don't know. I've got a really bad feeling about her.
Just a sec. He does like the mom finger thing. Like, one sec, in front of Dame, who's much taller, and just, like leans around, just screams very loudly, just Iris, are you okay? Where are you? We kind of have a problem in here. And the Dame wants to kill someone again.
Oh, it's been 15 minutes since Dame has wanted to kill something.
Yeah.
It's no big surprise.
No, not at all.
Steve, please attack Gruda.
Hey, say no more, fam. I got you.
What weapons are you carrying for
We'll be aiming
Rovahns
through me to begin with.
that's just a quick step.
We could go around you.
You're unfortunately you're not very big, Luka. You're
Yeah,
not
me and
much
my
of a human
22
barrier.
In my 22 hit points, yeah.
Am I supposed? Should I be rolling?
Yeah, roll.
Okay. Well, I'm rolling with advantage because that's what I think I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
The man inside me said attack.
Yeah.
The man
And I think you get more than one attack these days, right?
Okay, hey, when you're Jaegering me, I roll well, by the way. That was a 19 plus 6.
Yeah!
Excellent.
Just shy of being able to
It's that
destroy
new
this
coat of
thing.
paint, baby!
So,
Get ready for blood red.
the way that this possession works, unfortunately, Rovahn does not know you well enough to make you use your class abilities.
I was going to say,
right.
I was about to smite someone for
you-
the first
you-
time this campaign.
You can't smite, you can't cast your spells, but he can make use of anything else on your character sheet.
Okay.
That is definitely going to hit. We're about to flip to Doc in just a second, as you hear, actually, as he's rolling up damage, you hear Luka's voice responding to your call. How do you respond?
What exactly did you say again?
I just literally screamed, Iris, Dame wants to kill something again.
And I get 2 attacks. So the second one is
Well,
an 18.
let me know about the first one first. You might be surprised.
7.
7 damage?
Yep.
You don't need a second one.
Okay. I'm going to take the second one anyway.
Do it. Go ahead. You hit with it for sure.
My God!
And the second one does more. So that's
Listen, man, we're not
12
we're not
damage.
taking one a critical roll, okay? We don't have to kill
No,
all the
wait,
old
9.
people.
9 damage, because that's upside down.
And what did you say?
Oh, no.
What's your weapon again?
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Okay. So, Luka, you're
Oh,
standing
God.
between Dame and
Are we being
Laura.
ageist? Is that what's happening?
And you kind of turn over your shoulder to call out in the direction that you know that Doc last went, and let people know that, hey, Dame's got that look in her eye, even if it is a slightly worse look, if that were possible. A look that says, man, if I would have an immense beard, if only my female genetics would allow me to. And as you turn your head, you hear a whoosh and then a crunch behind your right ear as Dame just kindly reaches around you, brings the Warhammer down, and brings Gruda's right shoulder about level with her hip. And then, as in that cockeyed stance, brings the Warhammer back up and just cleans the head off of Gruda. It impacts a little ways into the room, and Gruda's blood starts to spill out on the floor and onto Luka and onto Dame a little bit, and her corpse kind of tips over onto that blood-stained well. Or, well, fountain. I apologize.
So Druna was propped up on an elbow. She's gonna go ahead and slide that elbow back down and pretend like she's going back to sleep.
Phoebe's still sitting on you, and all of you listen to like this like loud monkey
So
shriek.
perfect.
Kind of annoying. Meanwhile, Luka's just standing there looking down at this dead body, just kind of blinking his eyes slowly, and then he turns back to Dame with a very grumpy expression, and just is like, Mother, I'm very sorry about this, but I'm kind of angry now because I was getting good information out of her. And he just like slaps her across the face.
That's when you hear a very quiet Luka. It's like way off.
Followed immediately. You just hear like a loud like kind of noise as he slaps her.
Dame is like, wait, what? Excuse me? You can't trust her. She's awful. She's working with them.
Dame, you just watched me. I had her charmed. She was giving us information. She thought we were friends until we got all the information out of her.
She was playing you, I'm sure.
No, darling, I was playing her. Trust me, I'm good at it. There's a reason I have the job that I have, okay?
Sure.
And his mind is like, because I lied. No.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
And it's not because I'm a good magician, actually.
No, it's because I have a cute pet. No.
Something is happening upstairs, but we've been away from Doc long enough. Let's go do a quick check-in. Doc, again, now that you were left down here and kind of left to your own devices, make a perception check, please.
Oh boy, I would love to.
You can do investigation if you prefer. I think perception is more appropriate, but if the bonus is a big difference...
perception.
Okay.
Ooh! Hey, Steve, thanks for rolling poorly. I'm rolling great.
Guys,
that's a 23.
23. By the way, I'm about to have to do some goddamn makeup the way that chat is acting right now.
Yeah,
so you know.
Baconator.
You're gonna become Roblin. I can't wait.
Listen, Baconator is getting you there. You should let Baconator pick your makeup.
If the sub goal shows up for you guys, it says 150. We lowered it. It's 100. Trust me on that one. So, and Baconator is a big fan of me having a glitter beard, and I hate that. In the best way. Also, Druna and Dame got inspiration. I guess that's your inspiration right now, Erik. So, just so you know.
Wow, look at that.
Rob, your mic is doing the thing it did last week when I couldn't hear you, so I will be back momentarily.
Okay, stream's gonna break for a second, but y'all just hang on. Actually, everybody just shuffled. That's nice, for the most part. We can't see Steve, but we're not missing
Then what
much.
am I? Bloodlord! Oh, I'm Luka!
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, I'm Druna!
I don't know if you know
Druna was
Baconator
me for a
Ace.
minute. That was great.
Oh, I would love to see this king in this tiny little dirt. It's
so
like, take it from here, buddy. Even I don't know.
Just like reaches in his pocket to find something to attack with, and there's nothing but cranberries in it.
Taking over Dame is the
What am I gonna do with
least of
this?
a departure from this guy's obvious personality.
no, the wonderful thing is
Wait.
just between me and the wall, how I imagine him wanting to behave, you are the most capable of making that behavior happen. So this makes me very happy. That's why I use the DM's accomplice to give you the disadvantage, just because I enjoy this incredibly. So
My characters are fun even when I'm not them.
with that incredible perception roll, you realize that you are seeing the back of a secret door, Doc. That clearly this door is meant to just look like part of the wall, and unfortunately, your estimation is that people are supposed to try and get in here. People aren't supposed to try to get out. That was not in the mind of anyone who designed this room.
Great.
So, it is possible that you could force it open, but there is no mechanism down here to assist you in leaving. Other than the door, with as high as you rolled, which, I mean, it's not your strong suit, literally, but you could still attempt it. The only way that you can see out of this room is up.
I will hear Luka, and I will cast dancing lights, and I would like to take one of the motes of light and float it up out of the floor and see how far I can get it over to where I heard Luka's voice.
Okay. I forget what the range, how far those things can get apart from one another, but I know it's more than the height of this room.
Yeah, 120.
Oh gosh, yeah. So
I also had to check.
you float that sucker out of there, or one of them. You haven't cast dancing lights since you fought those pucks.
Oh yeah.
And
Rave time.
yeah, so
That's the
in
dancing
fact,
lights.
you have 4 of them. You're very well lit down here in this room, thanks to the scarlet light from those braziers, which still hasn't gone out.
Mhm.
So you create a little trail of dancing lights from as far as you can imagine it going down to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because I didn't choose sending this morning.
Boom. By the way, you are down here missing some hit points. If you wanted to be healing yourself, that is up to you, or you know, I don't know if you do. I'm not saying you should. Just if that is something that you were waiting to do, it is possible.
Sure. I think instead of using a spell, may I use my healer's kit?
You can? You have that healer feat, right? You and
Yes.
somebody else both took it. Yes. Go to the healer feat, because Rob doesn't remember exactly how it works. Do what it says and heal by that much.
1d6 plus 4.
Cool. I like it when I
D6,
love
barely
it when the
used it.
players know their stuff. Because
Plus-
there's so much stuff.
Your level.
Plus my Oh my goodness, you're so right! Plus my level! Love it here! Ooh, okay. That's 9! That got me back to full, yay!
There you go.
Whee!
Alright, so you do that, and lights float up. The lights are now visible
Popped
to
my rib
everyone
back in.
the upper floor. So is the following thing. If you will recall, I mentioned something last time. That Gruta was sweeping in this room, and it was made known to Druna, I think, that what she was sweeping was spilled pixie dust.
Mm-hmm.
She was sweeping it into a little pan, and she was dumping the pan into the fountain that is stained with blood. The fountain that was once filled by naysayers, dissenters, and traitors, Rovahn, as you will recall. He actually had it situated nice and in front of the throne, where you could watch it happen. Though it is empty, there is dried blood all over this fountain, now being added to and moistened by the corpse of Gruta. And the blood, mixed with the pixie dust that has been dumped into this fountain, begins to move. And it starts to travel around the perimeter of the bowl at the base of the fountain. And as it goes with it, it picks up a little more and a little more and a little more. And there is this quickly growing, moving mass of blood that is gathering from the body of Gruta, mingling with what was in the fountain, and starting to grow and take on a very vaguely humanoid shape. Those of you that can see this can also see Doc's lights coming up from the floor. How do you respond?
Luka very quickly drops down with a tiny little vial. Is like, oh crap! I gotta get some of this before. He's like gonna try to get some of the blood that's not yet in the pile into this little vial, so he can, so we can summon some more abyssal chickens at some point.
Oh man.
Tyler, I love you. That is great.
He's not even
Right.
seeing the lights. He's too busy thinking, like, crap, I need this.
See Luke in the floor going,
You absolutely succeed in collecting some blood before it joins the homunculus pile that is growing. Great. Druna and Rovahn Dame, how do y'all respond to seeing this thing happening?
So Druna's currently in a protective fetal position, but kind of still sees what's going on, and so she's gonna go ahead and power up. So she's gonna bust open some cranberries just to prepare. Just to prepare.
Oh, I just kept hearing zombie.
Yeah.
Zombie.
She's like singing zombie while she's doing it.
It was
It was
canonically
the cranberries,
established.
That's why I'm just saying.
It was canonically established for whatever reason that our druid draws her power from cranberries.
Yeah,
At some point.
the cranberry juice Popeye.
Which
And
is
not
just
the Irish
vile.
band, I
Because
got it,
raw
okay.
cranberries taste like sin.
But I do appreciate the musical reference.
I come on, man, the Irish band. Dame is loving this and actually steps up behind Luka. Isn't it wonderful?
I wouldn't say that it's wonderful, but at least you got me some spell components, so I guess I can give you a pat on the back for that.
Oh, well, I'll take it. Thank you.
This is after he's like done a slap already.
So
Dame would have beat your ass so fast.
It would have been like when Mom brings out the flip flop, like Dame brings out the shoe, just like...
The question I have for you, Rob, is does Rovahn know about this thing, or is this a hag thing that's happening?
So, you do not know about this thing, but I will let you attempt a roll to make an educated guess.
Okay.
I don't believe I gave you great powers of intelligence or wisdom, but you can take your pick, roll a d20, and
I don't. There's not.
We'll
Well,
give you
you
an
know what?
answer.
I'll use the intelligence because guess what? I rolled a 17. I'm very happy.
Okay.
I'll use the
Yeah.
Never
18.
mind. You don't need.
18. So,
Man, I've gotten some good rolls.
exactly
Yeah, thanks, Steven.
why. Exactly why this is happening, you are not certain. You are missing in the information that you possess the X factor of the pixie dust. You don't know that that is in your house. You don't know that it's in the fountain. What you can guess is that, and maybe the sisters had something to do with this, would be your best option, is that the blood of the fallen, the angered spirits of those you have slain, is mingling with this of this woman that you have just slain, and is quickly growing and becoming what I'm just going to call a blood golem.
Of course.
But because you rolled so well, I will say that you have this sneaking suspicion in the back of your mind. Because you know the power you once wielded. You know the source of the right of rulership, the power that you once held over people, was fear. And there is not a single soul whose blood is in that fountain that did not once fear the name and visage of Rovahn the Bloodlord. Something that may work to your advantage. But the blood in this fountain is quickly becoming a sentient and angry creature through some dark magic.
It's the sisters. We have to destroy them.
But I will agree with that because it sounds like the sisters are the problem here. However, we kind of have an immediate problem, and for once, Dame, I'm going to say to do your violent thing because right there, that thing right there. Yeah.
Let
enjoy
us.
violence.
Can I just send a firebolt at it to see what'll happen?
Yeah, I think this is a good time to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
I don't even know how
But-
this works, considering I am his character, but
Here's
I'm
what
also
we're gonna
mine.
do. You're playing. You're controlling the character right now. So you roll. I have a -1 to initiative.
You know
While
what?
you guys are
Wonderful.
rolling, does anyone else have a problem with the fact that he said blood golem and not like blood imp or blood elemental or blood goblin?
I considered blood
Might
As
elemental.
well.
Yeah.
My first thought when he said blood golems, I was thinking like a big blood monster, and then I was like, how did that much come out? of
Right.
a
No.
old
Yeah. No.
lady?
I'm not saying like thematically. I'm saying that golem implies bigger in my head.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rob,
it's
do
not
I need to roll as
small.
well?
Yes, because it is possible that you will join this encounter one way or another.
I rolled a 16, Steve, so I guess it's a 15 for initiative.
On.
See, I just got to let him come on every week and roll for me.
Yeah.
All
Got
right.
a whole 9.
You on retainer?
What was that? You said 16? Or was it a
I
17
rolled a
total?
16, but it's a -1 for his initiative, so
Ah.
I guess it's 15.
There we
Why
go.
do you have a minus initiative?
All right, and 9 for Luka, I heard. Doc?
And it's a paladin. I don't understand. How do you have a negative initiative?
I know.
I tanked it so I could wear a heavy armor and it wouldn't make a difference to my armor class. So I just tanked
Nice.
the hell out of my decks.
Druna, what you got,
Well,
dear?
if it isn't the consequences of my own choices.
Look, here comes the consequence.
Can I hear...
Consequences of my actions.
Can y'all stop being funny and let me hear Druna? Gosh. What'd you get, Druna?
I got a 19.
Whoa!
Damn!
No.
Man.
No.
From the power of cranberry juice, everybody. Okay. I've got my initiative. And I also have to pee. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take our break. And when we come back, we will kick off with a fight, which is one of those things I love that we do D&D for. So, I have a clip to play for you guys. The clip is 12 minutes long. If anyone wants to stick around through it, you will be entertained by me playing a video game. All of my players, we have 12 minutes to do what we want or to talk amongst ourselves before we go back live. And if you guys have to go elsewhere or do something, kiss a loved one, pet a pet, or whatever you must do, then we'll see you guys back in 12 minutes. And shifting now. Here too. Oh no, I don't have time. Apparently, 2 is the magic number. I didn't get it off. It's okay though. We will make it work. If the game didn't glitch out. There it is. And there we go. Okay. Let's get to it. Oh my lord. Oh, they just went away. Okay, so I can just dodge all that bullshit. And here we go again. What? Play it safe. Oh, sworn giant. Fuck! I got nothing. Just come down. Just come down. Just come down. Count. Just count. 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 Oh, man. Oh, man. Y'all saw that, right?
This place feels so quiet now compared to the blood pumping in my ears. I mean, I'd have counted it. She ran out of health. I just did too. I don't think I should have to survive her monologue to kill her, right? You know what, though? We learned some stuff.
We're gonna go ahead and kill her this time. I don't think I actually need to kill them. I think I just need to slap the song out of them. I'm gonna try that this time. Yep, okay. So I can save a little time there. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. What? Really? Alright. Where are you singing? Where are you singing? There you are. Shut up. Was that one? Sure was. Oh. 10 Commandments are up. Oh. And they were still up. I did not clock that. There we go. There you are. Gotcha. Ha 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 ha! Alright. Survive this blast, summon the guys. Summon the guys, go in. Harry her with the sword to stay close. There it is. You know what? Use this opportunity. Get some magic defense. Loving the demi-humans. They're doing their job. Didn't know that was possible. Glad I did it, though. Get fucked, bitch! Yes! Yes! Yeah! Ah, yes. Took some consumables, guys, but we got there. Man! How dare you? Snorri Akechi, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the party. What a time to be alive. And apparently so is she. Why?
My sweetings,
I did not say you could live.
from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty, dither not. Come out, say I.
Nothing come out.
Ye be gravestones, to be better born anew.
Okay. I'm gonna touch this side of grace. Then I'm gonna open that chest. Then I'm gonna ask you why you're alive. Round 3 fight? No, I don't. Baconator, you're getting a pass because of your overwhelming generosity today, but slow down, son. I don't need a round 3.
I had my hit points docked to 25 out of 44. Did something happen, or did I forget to heal?
You took the hit points from the door.
You took
Well,
the
no,
hit.
before that. Like, now I have less.
No, you should have had a long rest in the hut, and nothing else has hurt you since then besides the door.
Yeah, I thought I had healed, but I guess maybe not.
By the
So-
way, hello everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hope you got some enjoyment out of my frustration and joy from the Elden Ring playthrough. All the VODs are still up on Twitch. I don't know that I'm going to be transferring them to YouTube. I might mine them for little clips and things, but that's a lot of Elden Ring I played on stream. And I know nobody wants to watch that back, especially not me.
Sorry. Ow.
I'm sorry, I choked on an old-fashioned because I made myself laugh. So my voice is currently coming back. Let me quickly go through the Twitch activity feed here. We already thanked G-Dubs for the follow. Bob did it. Baconator, Rifle Stud, you guys have been going ham on the subscriptions. I'm going to pretend that it's just out of the generosity of your hearts and because you love the content that we have so much and not because you want to see me with a glitter beard and goblin makeup. But I know the truth of the matter, and I'm still okay with that. But seriously, thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. You guys are pillars of this community, and I will very presently be embarrassing myself more in front of a camera, thanks to the three of you. Dancer Hawk, my good buddy Mythical Mania, have been spending those good old channel points to help us out. The Feared Ace, mine and Steve's dear younger brother. I think this is his first time on the channel, giving out a community sub and giving us a cheer. Thank you, my buddy. I'm really glad you're here. Nerd Smash. It's all capital, so smash, nerd smash.
He's
And
smashing.
Veggie Hot Dog. Thank you guys both for the follow. Welcome to the party. You're just in time to see me make people fight a blood monster. Let's see. Let's see. Walmac, my buddy, has given. Let's see. I meant this for Iris, but for my transgression for you. Did you transgress?
No, that was they said it was for me, but I think actually way at the start someone gave me a guidance, and I don't remember who it was now, but it also started with a W.
You know, I've been saying that they don't stack just to try and help people save their channel points, but we got so many viewers giving so many channel points out. So instead of just increasing the price of the channel points and whatnot, they stack now. Just hang on to them. And Luka has inspiration from Grimforge again.
Okay, that was where it came from. Thank you, Grimford. Always.
200 to make everyone cosplay Rob, cosplaying in a maid outfit. Steven, the ideas that you have, I hate them all.
Well, it's because I said
so
Rob and he said
funny,
maid
though.
outfit, so he said, well,
It's
simply
not
terrifying.
fair for you to be just displaying my fetishes on the internet, Steven. I don't need that kind of publicity. It's...
look, Rob, I get it. Us dressing up as Rob and or Steven is pretty hot. But
that's
like,
Rob's-
we can calm down about it.
Yes,
That's Rob's
people
real
that look
fetish,
like me
yeah.
is my fetish, not the maid
That's
thing.
what I was gonna say. Yeah, it has
Um,
nothing to do with the maid outfit.
It's all about seeing us do a really shitty Rob.
It's his narcissist showing.
I will say,
I recommended this for the other game for our Wednesday night game, but we could also do it here. That for April Fools, we all pick one another and basically like dress up as each other.
Hey, but that would be so fun.
I volunteer not to be the one dyeing my hair pink.
That would be so. You can get spray.
I'll do.
Commit to the bit, brother.
get a-
I'll cosplay Steve.
I'll take-
So all I have to do is trim down.
Boo!
Lame.
I've been accused of many things, and lame is among them. We have inspiration for Crash Candy for successfully prosecuting Sonic last week. That was our Wednesday night stream. Sonic versus the American legal system.
BioLizard and Dr. Ivo Robotnik can rot in jail.
I'm surprised. I watched the whole thing, and I actually enjoyed the whole thing. And if you're looking for a VOD of ours to go back and catch, you should check that out. Rob should dye the beard pink along with the hair. Thanks.
You can just use the little
Thanks,
spray.
Mind.
It would be perfect.
I will say, because I meant to mention this at the top of the stream, I didn't mention
Erik
it.
would make a lovely Janie. Are you really trying to just like downplay that, Rob?
I just want him to get
I
a
wanna
version
see
of
me
that
in a
shirt
pink-
you're wearing.
In a pink wig.
Yeah.
Don't change the beard at all.
And do
It's
that,
just
exactly.
part of it.
Yeah.
Then
Do the
no
eyes.
Glasses, do the eye makeup.
And it's just, hello, I am Crash Candy Cosplay.
That's
Whoever
it.
gets me gets the easy one.
It's me
It
with my
served as
deep bass
proof that-
voice that you all know and love.
Steven should never be hired as a defense attorney. It's true. You should not.
Hi, I'm Jane. How are you?
Oh my
Gosh darn.
god, I would love that.
They call me Crash Candy Cosplay, but really, come on.
That's
Jane.
Just don't
Jane.
tell anyone.
That's-
And I use that for like all my online content.
that's Jane's new ringtone. We're clipping that for her.
Yeah.
Your voicemail.
So I will mention this.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not here right now, so piss off.
If you don't think I would play that for my entire family, you're wrong and you don't know my family.
I've lost all semblance of control.
Oh, sorry.
It wasn't
good.
yours to begin with.
I enjoy it very much.
They're not locked in here with
Trust
me.
Why did we have your first stream be D&D? We could have just enjoyed you for 3 hours. Accused of many things and lame is among
But we shall see
I'm
how
starting-
long this goes.
Steven, you got feedback.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear an echo from somebody. My instinct is to blame the people without headphones on, but I don't actually know. But I'm not hearing it now, so good. Oh,
not just 2 of us.
I know.
Talented.
Should you feel targeted? 50% targeted.
I do feel targeted.
She's already pricing pink beard spray.
So this weekend, members of our community, fellow streamer Banjo Bravo, the Hall of Justice, fellow streamer Justice in our Discord, and myself will all be at Fandemic Atlanta. We are going to be working the Misty Mountain booth there. If you happen to be in the area or are already going to that convention and would like to meet us, I have not met anybody who knows me from the internet yet. You could be the first. And our little
I'm
discount
not sure you
codes,
want that. I'm just going to point that out, man.
It's possibly fair. I want it to happen the first time, and then the experience can be ruined for me. We have our discount codes. We will honor them in person as well. We don't care if you save some money on the dice. We want to meet you. We want to hook you up with D&D stuff so you can play D&D. Tell us about your campaign. Ask us about our campaigns. We'll love it all. That will be this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Atlanta at Fandemic.
Don't be alarmed when he walks up and shoves a thumbs up into your chest because he's liking you.
Yes.
It's not violence.
And
like
into your chest. I mean,
just Indiana Jones.
Just walk
very
up and go,
Kalima.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just like that scene in Indiana Jones, and just like pulls the heart out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
If you're not going to Fandemic, if you're not in the Atlanta area, I'm joining the Misty Mountain Road Crew for at least one show a month, and kind of as needed. I won't be disappearing from the Twitch channel, but I will be showing up places in person soon. I hope that I can meet some of you as I travel the country. That was all I had to say. Any more jokes, or should we play D&D?
He would be Misty stepping with Misty Mountain Gaming.
That's adorable.
I have stopped giving out inspiration for things that make me laugh on this stream because the chat does it for me. But that would have gotten it in the home game. All right. So, in case you forgot over the break, there's a blood golem, and it's attacking everybody but Doc, who is perfectly safe down below. So, set the scene for you guys. You are in a... we don't have a battle map. We're not... now that we're in a dungeon, we're not going to be as careful about how far is it, and what's my range, and yada yada. You are all in a room. Unless you leave the room, everything is within walking distance, everything is within attack range, and you may or may not be within the attack range of the thing. Or at least it could probably move as quickly as you can. So, there is an 11-foot tall tower of blood that has vaguely the shape of a face, 2 arms that are quickly solidifying, and just a trunk of a body going down into the fountain, and still seemingly attached to the fountain. And it's still gathering little bits of dried blood from the different tiers. And the first person...
my bottle.
But not your bottle.
It's clacking inside it like venom.
he's gonna get to full size, and there'll just be a little chunk out of him.
Yeah, like a little puzzle piece. Yeah.
As a reminder, I didn't do this at the beginning of the stream. What the hell am I thinking?
You're not.
I'm not.
He's not thinking at all.
I've got a guess.
Let's give it up for
It's a
Misty
different
Mountain
kind of
Gaming.
show. I'm not always saying all the stuff I ought to say. To remind people of what they have in their pockets.
With my brain tied behind my back.
Luka, you have a bottle of Gruta's medicine on you. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Dame has the other, right?
I have the other.
Doc has the other. Okay.
Because Dame gave hers to...
Yeah,
To
wasn't
Luka.
I given one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, yeah, Dame gave one to Druna.
Yeah.
I gave it
I
to her.
wrote.
And then
I
I
wrote
took
notes on
the
this.
soup.
I wrote
I don't
notes
know
on
the
this. We had two full bottles that Doc and Druna have. I have her flask that was half empty.
Yes. Which he probably doesn't need anymore, in all fairness.
No, he dumped that out and put her blood in it. No, I'm kidding.
Again, your basic understanding of the effect of them is that since there is troll blood in it, trolls are renowned for their rejuvenation and regeneration abilities, that it will probably have a positive effect on your hit points, asterisk. Just asterisk. You also have a piece of paper which was very important, which we did not go over in our recap because there was so much to go over. That had the following phrase. Dame translated this earlier. I need to find a way to just... Still choking on that freaking whiskey.
Drink more, it'll help.
I should probably drink the water or the coffee, even though it's an Irish coffee. Never mind it. That said the following poem. Pixie dust, unfairly got. Blood from those that bravely fought. Strength from stone and flaming hot. Air and sea with danger fraught. Souls of the damned, quite a lot. Boiled together in a pot. Bind and beckon, peridot. That is on your person, as are the flask and the 2 bottles. Otherwise, all the things that you have on you are what you brought in. Now, the freshly juiced up Druna, from her fetal position on the floor, as you see behind you, lights streaking up from a hole in the floor of the next room, and before you, a towering monster of blood. What would you like to do?
So Druna's still in fetal position. She's gonna go ahead and grab her focus, and she's gonna cast Summon Beast.
Summon Beast. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna pick a land beast.
Alrighty. It's the first time someone has cast that spell in my game, so let's have a quick look at it.
Ooh.
Yes.
Everyone, put on your research glasses.
So
I got 9.
mark off the spell. It just takes your action.
Almost all of us are wearing glasses except for one.
It
Yeah, it's just an action, isn't it?
is. So
don't
you
have
cast that very
glasses.
quickly. It's going to last for an hour as long as you don't cast
Wait,
anything
what?
else that takes concentration, or unless I beat it out of you.
Right.
Eat it out.
That's the level of the spell. And
You
you're casting it at
promised?
2nd level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
okay.
I can cast it at 3rd level.
You
so.
can, if you want to. It seems to up the hit points in the armor class a little bit.
Yeah.
So do you want to do 3 or 2?
I'll do. I'll do 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to keep track for you of its hit points and its armor class and everything. But you're going to do all the rolling for it.
Okay.
And what bestial spirit, what shape does it take?
Well, it says that it takes whatever's native to the surrounding area. And I picked a land spirit.
You picked a lamb, you said?
Land.
Ah, land
Not a
spirit.
lamb.
Okay. I was going to say
Yeah.
that
Sheep from the first town.
like there's a sheep, there are mountain goats, there are wolves. All of those would be good spirits.
It's the man specifically that thinks he's a sheep.
Or a snow
Yeah,
leopard.
that's the one that I summoned.
One with the weird accent.
Oh my god, are we about to hear from Goat Boy?
The very first NPC they met was a man who thought he was a sheep. This has been a campaign, Eric. I mean,
Guys, I don't.
Full circle.
This is
weird
full
accent.
circle, you
I'm having a
guys.
bad time.
Amazing.
There it is. I knew it was coming.
We made lots of mad jokes about it.
There
And
it
many
is.
bad
Yes.
decisions. Okay, so you summon this thing. Let's see. It's an ally. It shares your initiative count, takes its turn immediately after yours. Okay, so you summon this
Shaun the sheep.
goat boy. On the sheep. And you can continue with your turn. You can move closer or farther away. You can use your bonus action to do something, but the spirit is about to get to act on your behalf.
Right. So the spirit comes forth, the sheep with the accent, and then he kind of like takes place in front of me and like makes like a battle ready stance, as whatever a sheep battle ready stance looks like. And then Druna's gonna get up on her like all fours and kind of like start backtracking a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are not so close to this creature from where you were standing before that you are in its range, so you can safely retreat.
Okay, and then she's gonna say, guys, aren't we being a little too preemptive on our attacks. We don't know what's going on yet.
And as she sips from her Grogu mug.
From her Grogu cup, yeah.
I've always had one. Haven't you noticed before? Excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to make a note that your bestial spirit is now in the initiative order, and it is now its turn. I'm going to call it Sam, just so I can have something in the initiative order. So what does Sam do?
You have to call him Sean.
Sean, I'm sorry. Let me erase that. Sean.
John.
What does Sean the sheep do in its battle ready stance? Its battle ready sheep stance.
I'm just imagining this thing going, my name is John Braa.
I'm assuming a battle ready stance for a sheep is up on 2 feet, like karateing the hooves in front of it, by the way. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Like, what's the name of that movie? Was it Kung Fu? It's very Kung Fu because like the cow. That
it's
had the
Kung
martial arts fight.
Kung Pao, enter the
Kung
fist.
Pao, yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
That is a terrible movie that everyone should watch. Kung Pao,
I
enter the
remember one
fist.
time me and my brother found really old Chinese movies in this weird like drugstore, and one of them that I've never erased from my memory is The Invincible Kung Fu Legs. It was
you found this movie in
fire.
A drug store, I believe that.
Yeah. We were laughing about it for like
It was at Jimmy's house, you know, that guy you buy drugs from.
Kung Pao is the movie with the lady with the 3 boobs, right?
It's the lady. Well, yeah, yep.
Yeah, okay,
the triple-breasted horror of eroticon.
And like the tongue, that's the one with the tongue with the face on it, right?
It's the one with a lot of stuff. Anyway, Druna, what does Sean do?
The princess with the...
I just want to throw this out there. Sean may be a sheep, but he also has pack tactics.
Yes, he does.
I don't know if I want to attack yet because
Herd tactics.
Druna's feeling a little apprehensive because she wasn't sure that this was necessarily a bad guy.
Okay.
So Sean's just going to take a defensive stance and let, maybe stand up on his legs, do a little, come at me, bro, with the hoofs, and we're going to go to the next person.
Okay. I'll recommend you do one of 2 things. You can either hold an action just in case the thing does something you don't like, and then maybe you can hit it, or you can be very defensive, and in case it chooses to attack you, it has disadvantage to hit you. Which would you prefer for Sean to do?
I'm going to let Sean be my bodyguard, so I'm going to hold an action.
Okay. Fair enough. Sean is holding an action in case that thing comes too close. All right. Next up is the dynamic duo of Dame and the person in charge of Dame.
Now I'm telling you to swing. And I just swing for you, right?
Yeah, by all means.
Ooh.
Okay.
What is your to hit bonus, Steve?
It's a +6.
+6.
With the Warhammer, and you can 1 or 2-hand it, depending on how much damage you want to deal and whether or not you want to use my shield.
Well, we just want to make sure that that he's not a friend of ours, so we'll hit him 2-handed, of course. Come on.
Yeah. There we go.
Damage and blood is all I'm about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of it.
Let's do it.
There's 11 feet of blood in this woman.
It's mingling with what was in the... Why do I try?
All right, it's a 15 plus 6, so 21.
He is so much better at rolling than you.
Yeah. I don't care.
I think I've used them
going.
all. I'm pretty sure I've used them all. Like the next roll is going to be a 2. I know it.
Well,
I should have said that.
you know what?
Just
You've got multi-attack, so do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You've got
All
an
right.
extra attack.
Let's do it again. Literally a 2.
Inspiration.
Oh my!
Roll it
God,
again.
that was amazing.
That is okay.
But
That's
you called your
balance.
shot.
that's a
As
little
all things
scary.
should be.
Oh my God! It's a 14 to hit on the second.
I was
one.
thinking to
With the
myself,
inspiration.
wouldn't it be crazy if that happened? But no, there's a 1 in 20 chance.
Oh my God! I cannot believe I
Never tell
called
me
that.
the odds.
Never tell me the odds.
Guys, I love this fucking game. All right, was that a 14 plus stuff or a 14 total?
No, it was only a 14 on the second attack.
Okay, before we add Steve's 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, after.
After, okay. Well, it just hits. So that's good.
Oh, that's like 2 hits and stuff.
So that's going to be 2 hits with the Warhammer, 2-handed. That's a D10.
God, you guys, that's like a D8 plus 3. Oh my god!
Oh, wait, you're two-handing. You're two-handing, so it's 2 D10s.
Oh, it's 2D10. Oh, Jesus Christ! Hold on, I don't even have that ready. My God, you guys.
Dame trapped inside your head, or her own head, I guess, would normally be taking issue to losing, agency over her own body, but nah. This guy is attacking the things that pose a potential threat to her den. So,
Yeah, I was about to say, even not in control of yourself, your family is being protected.
Yeah.
And now I have plausible deniability for later, guys.
It's gonna be 19 points of damage total.
Shit. Okay.
90.
So, this is non-magical bludgeoning damage. It doesn't seem to... The way that you remember hurting things back in the day when you had your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You miss having your weapon because you know it would be dealing more damage than what you just dealt to this thing.
I'm already yelling at Steve.
But you do...
This is all you can do? Really?
That is an impressive amount of damage that it's about to half. But that does some damage to this thing. Good lord. That was more than I was expecting, frankly. It's fine, though.
That's hurtful.
It's fine.
Because of combat. You come to expect a very low bar from Dan.
I am fucking wounded!
Actually, for point of order, you are fucking wounded. A door fell on the body you are piloting.
That's true. That's true. As a bonus, can I use the lay on hands? Wait, no. Hold on. That's not a bonus, is it?
So
no, unfortunately, that's an action.
You are also not able to make use of Dame's class abilities unless you can come to an accord on it. You cannot do it against Dame's will.
Are you going to heal us?
Oh, yes. By all means. I've got lay on hands, and I do have the healer feat, too, so you have 2 different ways to heal, but unfortunately, they both take my action to do it.
Oh, all right. Well, then I can't do anything as a bonus, so I am done. I'm standing there face to face with it.
I don't know if you are inclined to do it, but I do have 2 different reactions. One of which, in addition to opportunity attacks, one of which will return damage to whoever deals it to an ally of mine, and the other one will protect an ally of mine if they are standing next to me.
This is why
I don't know if that's
together.
on brand for. I don't know if that's on brand for Rovahn.
Yeah, do any of us count as allies right now?
That's a good question.
That is a really good question, actually.
Y'all, you're welcome to make that decision in the moment. For now, Dame flips this warhammer around her hand, and just, I don't think you were wearing the shield up to this point, or were you?
No.
Nah. So, taking it in 2 hands, sacrificing defense for offense, which is not always a Dame sensibility, which is known to Luka and Druna. Just 2 hands this fucking hammer and comes up twice into the body of this blood golem, taking a hefty chunk of it away. You notice, by the way, with these violent swings that Dame is doing, she is bleeding a little bit from the side of her mouth from where that door hit her and made her, bite her tongue, clench her jaw, whatnot. And you see a drop of blood from her lip fly towards this elemental, this blood golem that you're fighting.
Oh.
Just as soon as it drops free of her mouth, it flies into this creature.
Stop bleeding. You're making it stronger.
Yes, well, I can actually bleed that.
And actually,
control of myself.
Luka, you notice
while taking notes on how to deal damage to people.
Luka, you even notice in your little vial, you have trapped this bit of blood for future use. All the blood in the vial is pushed against one side, the side closest to this creature. That
Everybody just hears a quiet little, not today, Satan, not today.
Oh, come now.
That is Dame's turn, and we are to the blood golem.
We had a lot of fun, you know.
I would like Rovahn, not Dame, but Rovahn, to roll an intimidation check, please.
Ooh.
There you go. See, Steve? There you go. All the rolls are crap now.
Oh,
I
you're
rolled a
joining me.
2.
Okay. Hey, it's
I
good to
rolled
have
a
company.
2. I don't know what the. Hold on.
I
Intimidation.
think you have a +7
I've
to
got
that.
friends.
It's
You're
a +5.
+5?
So
Okay.
that makes it 7.
Okie dokie.
Hey, that's like my average roll.
Where it could go to right there.
Are there other numbers? Why has no one told me about numbers above 7?
Why do they keep
Well, I've
telling you
never seen
20-sided dice that only come up with 3 different numbers? It's either a 2, 4, or 6.
2.
So, you notice, Rovahn,
7 figures.
as this creature kind of recoils from your strikes, there's almost a moment of recognition, you think, where it seems to react to your presence. But maybe it's too muddied by the fact that you're in this meat suit, or you just don't know how to make this particular body as intimidating as you are used to being. But you are about to be punished for hurting it so badly, if it gets its way. So it's going to spend a couple of attacks on you, as the only thing that's hurt it so far.
Steve, you will have to track hit points.
I got you.
I honestly don't know where we're at.
I got you, man.
Now,
I tell you when I die.
your armor class is pretty high even without your shield. I rolled twice. One of them is just garbage. We're not going to talk about it.
We have to talk about ours, Dick.
We'll go to Ravenholm.
The other one gets up to a 15?
No.
Okay. So, both of you, this thing just takes both of its arms up, and they file themselves. This completely amorphous being files its hands into points and tries to spear you twice. You neatly dodge out of the way of another and swat the other aside with the warhammer, harmlessly enduring its assault. It tried hard, but
Dame.
it just Rob rolled shit.
Meanwhile, Dame is inside going.
Excellent work, Dame. You should keep us both alive.
You're somewhat satisfied, Rovahn. You kind of expected to have to teach a body, to teach the muscles how to move in the ways that you were accustomed to. This body seems suited for the things that you expect of it.
It's very nice. It's a little short, but I like
it. Yes, that's why I wear the heels, darling.
Next up will be...
They have absolutely no practical purpose.
Luka.
Dame is the tallest of all of us. The rest of us are itty-bitty by comparison. So...
Because death by snoo snoo, basically.
Oh, by the way, death by snoo snoo insisted a little earlier, I kind of missed it, insisted that Erik drink. I don't think he's necessarily stopped, but...
it comes from the broadcast happy hour.
Ah, okay.
If one of us, usually her though, does this second thing, oh my god, you have to drink.
You can't do that while I've got liquid in my mouth.
Listen, I'm
There's
just
too many
glad
windows to look at, Rob. I'm sorry.
I'm glad no one has.
So if I do that, does she have to drink? Because I'm on board.
Well, yes. So anybody watching, anytime that voice is done by any in the cast, drink.
Noted.
I was about to say. All right, Luka. Watching all of this, there's a sheep next to you doing kung fu moves.
I forgot about
that. Dame is being...
It's a lot to unpack.
Dame is being incredibly competent out of nowhere. And there's a blood golem. And what would you like to do?
Dig it out of your woolen sack.
So 2 things, because I didn't remember the feat that I took. I actually gained a +1 to my charisma, and I have advantage on performance and deception, along with I can mimic speech in a person's sound or other creatures for a minute.
Did you do actor?
That's
I did.
That is one of my favorite feats.
That's so cool.
Steve thinks it's dumb, but I love it.
It is dumb, but that's okay.
That works so well for Luka.
It's
though.
my
Yeah.
Context.
On who you're playing.
We did a top 5, bottom 5 feats list, Steve and I, and actor was in my top 5. I love that feat.
Very strong on theme. You know, I went for what killed people. You know.
KJ, stop trying to kill us.
Eric, more violence. Darken the mood.
Luke is gonna kind of narrow his eyes at the back of Dame's head, and just gonna be like, in his mind, just like, I'll deal with that later. And like, as he's gonna run back in the direction that Doc had gone, and like scoop Phoebe up with him as he's going.
All right.
But she's now wrapped around his shoulder.
Unfortunately, you are close enough that if you decide to leave the threatened area of the blood golem, it will get a lick on you.
That's fine.
Okay.
You can go for it.
The eyes on the back of my head glare back.
I gotta hit someone
What's wrong with
sometime.
your friends? Why are your friends running away?
I was gonna try to go to our doctor, but
I'm rolling. I haven't rolled above. I haven't rolled double digits yet. But Luka, you never disappoint me in the low armor class department.
that's true.
That is a 13.
Yeah, if I had done mage armor, would have barely done it. But I haven't done mage armor since we rested. So, which for everybody new joining us, hi, I'm a wizard. I have 22 hit points and a 10 armor class. My familiar has a higher armor class than I do.
Good for her, honestly.
The bestial spirit, the kung fu sheep, has a higher armor class than you do.
He deserves it.
True.
For the record. All right, you, my dear, are going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage from this thing.
Woo!
It just sweeps an arm.
Oh my god!
Like, one arm gets really short, the other one gets really long, and it just clubs you over the back of the head as you turn.
Yeah.
Clothesline.
Yeah. I don't remember. When you get hit with an opportunity attack, you can't move, correct?
No, that's only if you have a feat, which made Steve's top 5 list of feats. But you you can still move.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I was trying to run to the other room where Doc had been.
Okay.
So like this thing like reaches out and smacks him in the back of the head, and you just hear him go, "God damn it!" and keep running.
It doesn't knock your socks off. It does knock your hat free, and you have to go and grab that before you keep going. But you run into the next room, and there's a string of loosely associated bright lights. Remember that the floor in here is pretty precarious. You need to be fairly light on your feet or pretty smart about where you're stepping to be able to not do what Doc did and fall through the floor. But you see, thanks to Doc's efforts, a string of lights about halfway through the room coming through a hole that you don't think was there before.
Well, yeah, he's just gonna run right through that hole.
Okay, you say run.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want...
I got 6 seconds around. It's running.
If I move faster, my brain doesn't have time to catch up.
All right.
Listen here, Rob. We ended.
Is she running on her face? I'm confused.
Yeah.
So,
because that smash to the back of the head would probably say,
yeah, probably so.
Yeah, she's doing the little cartoons.
If I took a third of that damage, I'd be on my ass. But luckily, Luka is an adventurer, despite all appearances. Luka, would you? It can't be a stealth check.
I'm sorry, your last name was Dustbuster?
Will you make either an acrobatics check or a investigation check to not fall through in a place you don't intend to?
Hurry up, Dane. Grab her legs.
Use
play wheelbarrow.
Use the boy as a bludgeoning weapon.
Oh, that's cocked.
Throw the sheep at it.
Mutton chop.
That's high enough. All right. In the urgency of the moment, suddenly acquire a focus uncharacteristic of yourself and safely cross the floor to the hole where Doc fell through and where Doc is signaling from. You are now close enough with your inferior to Doc's dark vision to also see the shield on the broken statue at the end of the room.
I'm reading.
I'm Rob.
I'll figure that out in a second.
I'm Railroad.
I'm Rob. I'm Dad.
Ooh, fine, I gotta do it this way. Okay, I'm going to use a 2nd level spell to cast Fly on myself, and because he's a small, weak wizard boy, he kind of just like does like when you have your cat and just kind of like throw it to the side with Phoebe, just kind of like, and she like screams and flutters away. And Cap fly on himself and go straight down the hole to try to pick up Doc and make it as much up as I can.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Between your movement, even your new movement with the fly speed, which is what, 60 feet around, or is it equal to your walking speed?
I'm checking now.
Once equal.
60 feet
Okay.
for the duration of the flight, which is 10 minutes.
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of benefit of the doubt. You move your 30 feet, you cast fly, you move another 30 feet. You didn't even really have to roll to make it across the dangerous ground. You can fly over it.
Oh, okay.
You make it down to Doc, because Doc was a little far away and is a little down. But you have cast the spell, you are concentrating on it, you are with Doc, and new things can happen on your next turn.
Now, when you say Doc is a little down, do you mean little and down, or just a little down?
So listen!
Small.
The floor beneath has a fairly high ceiling. It is 20 to 25 feet, so you had to do some moving to get down there.
I get what you mean. I was just making fun of the fact that Doc's like 4 feet tall.
Also, I think
Listen!
Jane's right around that same height, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, listen here, buddy! That's fighting words. You think you have a higher armor class than me?
I'm in trouble.
Square up!
She's gonna bite my ankles.
I'm gonna steal your kneecaps, brother.
You're not gonna have a
Tomorrow
boogeyman
night,
under your
live
bed
stream
anymore.
of this battle.
Yeah.
See, now that I would love to watch. Like, it says, collaboration, D&D wannabe, Crash Kenny cosplay, and you open it up and it's just fist fighting.
It's just Rob with the bloody nose and missing some teeth.
Yeah.
With glitter in my beard for some reason.
Perfect.
Jane in the
Misty
corner
Mountain
with an
Streaming's on
feral
again.
animal.
Hey,
Oh.
what's
Like
UFC?
Chetney.
What's MMA? MMS? MMA?
Doc,
That would rule.
Doc, you have no idea of what's going on upstairs, as is probably evident to
Yeah.
Crash. But Luka flies down with like a lump growing on the back of his head, and that's making his hat sit slightly askew. And flies down to where you are.
Yeah. I'll use my bonus action to be like, listen, there's a monster upstairs that's made out of blood. Also, Dame is being more violent than normal.
All right, where's the ghost?
I saw there was one, but I don't know where it went because it kind of just disappeared. Not the top
Get me out of
priority.
here.
Not the top priority right now.
No, that is a top priority.
Did you miss Blood Monster?
Did you miss Dame more violent than normal?
I expected that much.
We're just waiting for the sheep and the
You
mutton
feel the
chop.
love
Yeah.
for the body you're inhabiting right now.
Just quickly, Jane, I gotta tell you, we have a chat comment that says, I love the Hulk Hogan vibe up. I'm gonna steal your kneecaps.
I'm gonna steal your kneecaps, brother.
Yeah!
I'm sorry, it's gotta
Oh,
be. It's gotta be Macho Man though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna get into a fight, and nothing's gonna be safe, my friend. You better understand that the cream right to the top, my friend. Oh yeah. Sorry, I just
I
distracted.
love-
That's a pretty good impression.
I have
but,
very
yeah.
I
little.
think I got a pretty good one.
Rob, can we keep him?
Let's wrestle!
I don't have a lot of love left for modern wrestling, but I love that era where everything was just so over the top and no one took
Dallas
himself.
Page!
You either took yourself too seriously or not seriously at all, and it was great.
All the mullets, all
Oh.
the metallic spandex
All the
you could ever
inappropriate
want.
characters.
Van Vader.
Anyway,
Oh, we're playing D&D. Sorry.
which is something about that. Gosh darn it.
Okay, 300 subs. I'll do D&D versus old school WWE as their classes.
I thought you were about to say D&D versus the American legal system.
Which class
That's
was Hulk
easy.
Hogan?
There
The
is
answer might surprise you.
Jane, you're probably not joking, but I am writing it down.
Grave digger, grave cleric. Coincidence?
Here is where I will explain how Undertaker does not qualify as a necromancer and is instead a redemption arc
Undertaker, very
paladin.
Stone
You
cone.
have to understand the lore.
It's Stone
Wow.
Cone of Cold.
It
Steve
begins
Austin.
with Paul
Steve
Bearer.
Austin.
Boy, just trying to enjoy my beer, brother.
Doc, what do you do for your turn?
Yeah.
Luca's next to you and is
This whole
Well,
thing
flying.
we
off
were
the
talking,
rails,
so I
I'm
figured
sorry.
that was gonna be it.
My cheeks hurt.
Don't apologize. I don't know why I'm here anymore. Am I running D&D? Am I just a face on the screen while everyone is incredibly hilarious? I don't know if I have a function, if we're playing a game. I don't know. I don't know that I care, but I'm being
You sound
paid
like
to
you're
do
coding. Do I have
something,
function?
and I don't know what it is.
You sound like you're coding.
I'm an on-screen.
Yeah, right.
Do.
Rob has function.
I'm
Well-
overplaying it for comic effect. I'm incredibly enjoying this.
I'm an
But
on-screen.
when you're
spectator.
ready
You
to
won't
come
shut
back
up.
to D&D, Doc, it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Luca, I will take the fault for this, but something has gotten out of this chamber and we need to get back upstairs.
Okay, yeah, just
Can you get us out of here?
hop on. Just
What?
that's the only way I can get you out of here. Is to carry you with me. You want me to get Phoebe to carry you? Because she probably can.
No! Fine! He'll get on your shoulder.
Meanwhile, we look up to see like those little like piercing red eyes from the white monkey just looking over from the hole.
Doc's just gonna
You and that monkey have a vendetta.
Okay.
Me and the mouse? Cool. Me and the monkey? I'll kill you.
Do you wish to do anything with your action? You don't have to.
No, I think that's probably gonna be it. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, fair enough.
Not yet.
Let's go back then to Druna at the top of the initiative order. You safely escaped. Your sheep has not. Well, you know what? Your sheep wasn't attacked. Neither were you, but it did attack somebody.
Yeah, attacked my friend.
Why don't we go ahead and swing for the sheep before we do anything else? It has multi-attack. It does have another creature within 5 feet of its target, and the ally isn't incapacitated. So you can make 2 melee attacks at advantage.
2 mutton chops.
2 mutton chops.
Yeah.
And
I'm really sorry.
Canonically,
I did not
Sean's
think
gonna
of that
go-
first.
Canonically, Sean's gonna say, "I see you have triggered my fight or flight response, and I'm a flightless sheep." And then, okay.
What?
Technically, all sheep are flightless and more.
I'm sorry. I this is getting really attractive here.
All right.
Gonna find like a thing and tie it around his head.
That's
stand
it.
on his
Yeah.
neck.
I assumed it was summoned with the Daniel-san
Whoa.
headband.
Yes.
I can just imagine his hoof. It doesn't bend the other way, so he's just like.
The hook, but right in the cleft, it's holding the
the
bandana.
joint.
Right in the cleft, it's holding the bandana. and
Yes.
Like this. Lambo.
So I'm
My God,
I'm
I
rolling
love
2d20s,
all of this.
Right?
Yes, 2d20s. It's your spell attack modifier, which I think is what is your spell attack modifier?
Wisdom, I think.
Yeah, it's wisdom plus your proficiency bonus.
I'm having to hold your head. Are you that lazy?
So it's whatever I got plus my wisdom plus my proficiency.
Yeah, so it's probably a +5 or a +6 or.
It's +6, so I got a 19 on the first one.
Ooh. Well, that definitely hits. Roll
Ooh,
again,
my.
and make sure you're rolling with advantage.
Natty 1, baby.
Oh, but you have
Oh,
advantage.
my.
You have advantage
Yeah,
because
that's
of the.
true.
There you go.
Because of the what did Steve
of
call them? The
stuff
herd
and
tactics.
Herd tactics.
No,
Oh.
yeah, herd tactics. I got a 3.
Okay,
So.
one
Well,
of the
that's
two
better.
attacks will
9.
hit. You
So-
roll a d8 plus 6
Okay, hold on.
piercing damage from a sheep somehow. Let's not look into it.
That's a sharpened hoof.
That is one, yeah.
So it's 10.
10. Okay. Again,
I'll cut you.
non-magical damage does not hurt this thing the way you would hope it would, but it does take some damage from that.
That Sean says, prepare to die.
Gosh.
Pea-pear?
This weird
Pear.
sheep.
Prepare.
All right. That technically happened a second ago. It is now Druna's turn, and then it will be Sean's turn again.
So since I have to use concentration for my summoning,
Yes.
Druna's gonna use her movement to get closer to the blood golem, and then
it.
cast Shillelagh.
Yeah, bonk it.
Woo!
This is going to
Go
be
Shillelagh.
magical bludgeoning damage, which will affect things slightly differently.
Yes.
So,
And I need a D8, I think.
well, you have to hit it first, so roll your d20 plus 6.
So that's a 21.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. So now you're rolling a d8 plus 4?
3.
3, okay.
Come on, roll maxies.
I got a 4.
4 plus 4?
Not bad.
All right.
No, I got like 4 in total.
Oh, okay. 4 in total. Well,
Aw.
it takes all of the 4 in total for the first time.
There you go.
So you run up and bonk with your magical stick, and it takes 4 damage, and it turns to you and actually perceives you as the significant threat that hits it, because it took more damage from your hit than it did from a single hit from anybody else.
Oh no.
Alrighty then. Now we're back to Sean the Kung Fu Sheep.
Way to go, Sean.
So
Oh yeah, because Sean's gonna roll again.
Rambo.
Yep.
Okay.
So you get
So it's
2 attacks at advantage, so basically 4 d20s. That'll do, sheep.
One
That'll
second.
That'll do.
Got my dice.
That is my most quoted line from the movie Babe. Is
Mhm.
So I got
Apple to
a 12
Apple to-
and then a 21.
a 12 and a 21?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, sad the 12 doesn't work, but the 21 does.
Okay.
Oh.
So roll your d8 plus 6.
That's a 10 again.
10 again. It takes 5 again.
And then Sean goes, back for more.
More. Love that you insisted that your sheep have a lisp.
He's giving me
quite a bad
super
one.
soft energy.
You gotta take some serious damage for that one, man.
I'm being super ethereal right now.
Listen, I'm saying, I'm just saying, I'm super saying here.
Well done. Every follicle of wool just standing straight up and turns yellow for some reason. All right.
He'll like
Ba me ha me ba.
he'll do like
Yeah.
a front flip, but because he's got so much wool, he just bounces.
Just kind of rolls.
Everyone in the chat, if you needed a reason why I drink, this is it. For Druna, you
That's
get
why they tune into your stream, Rob.
Yeah!
To find out why you drink.
Druna, you get inspiration from good friend Walmack.
You all don't come here to see D&D. You come here to watch the slow mental decomposition of a grown man.
Thank you, Walnut.
The reason I drink is to try and actively kill every brain cell so that
You can join
no
the
more
rest of us.
damage can be done.
So I
That
can
brings
kill the
us.
last one.
Welcome to the party, pal.
That brings us to Rovahn and Dane.
All right. Say, all right. You.
Why are your
obviously-
glasses upside down?
You obviously know something I don't about killing this thing. But if I may, I noticed that it seems resistant to these attacks. If I may, let's just as long as you're not going to be hurting any of my friends, let's turn up the heat a little bit.
Oh, what do you have in mind?
Well, if you'll just move your hands like so, and it's actually verbal. If you wouldn't mind, if you just repeat after me, and I would like to cite the verbal component for Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Woo! Nice.
As long as you are all right with that, Rovahn.
Oh, I am.
Strange
Okay.
partnership.
So
And we found something to do with our bonus action.
you
There you
use
go.
your bonus action this turn to empower your next strike. Yeah, much like the vibrating Elmo in our chat right now. Your Warhammer begins to rumble with anticipation at the next strike as divine power infuses it. And you have 2 attacks, and one of them is going to be supercharged.
One of them's going to be supercharged. Well, one of them's a 22 to hit,
Last I checked, that works.
and
not
a
do it.
17 to hit.
That also works. All right, 2 big hits. Steve, if you would inform him about Thunderous Smite, I'm ready to mark damage off my good boy.
Rovahn, 2d6 extra damage which will be thunder damage for you, Rob, and Rob. It also needs to make a DC, unfortunately just 13, saving throw against being pushed back and knocked prone.
Is it con or strength?
Strength.
Okay. Strength is going to be at a +3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7.
All right. It's going to be at pushed back 10 feet and knocked on its bloody ass.
Nice.
So that should be 2d10 plus 2d6 plus whatever.
Plus 6.
Plus
Yeah.
6. Okay.
It's a lot.
It's more than Dame has ever done.
So it's 6, 7, 8, 20 points of damage.
20.
Woo!
Not bad.
So anybody who
I rolled
remembers
really low, sorry.
anybody who remembers previous editions of D&D will get the joke. The blood golem is bloodied.
Ah!
And Eric,
pretty
tell him-
handily so.
Tell him how much of that was thunder, because I doubt he will be resistant to it.
Oh, wow. There was...
What did the 2d6s do?
It was a total of 6.
Okay, gotcha.
Ironically, that'll probably do more damage than last turn when you technically got a higher number.
Yeah.
Interestingly, this thing is not getting to do a lot of its cool stuff.
Bye, Robin.
And yes, bye. This thing is just very incidental. You guys are accidentally preventing it from doing some cool stuff. So good job.
Yay.
What you have managed to do by pushing this thing back 10 feet is push it out of the fountain. And it is no longer in contact with basically any of its power source.
Its source.
So it is not on this turn going to get to do a thing that it was going to do that was supposed to impress and scare all of you. But it does not do that.
The laws of Atlas.
And instead, as you swing through with that Warhammer twice, and you're basically just knocking chunks of it out and away, and it is reduced to less than half the size that it began. It is now about eye level with Dame. Very well done. And as everyone's ears are ringing from the thunderous force and the impact of the thunderous smite, it is the blood golem's turn.
Yeah. By the way, since you've been keeping track of this, sorry. Thunder Smite can be heard from 300 feet away.
Oh, I appreciate that note. They know.
Yeah. I mean, from the door, probably even.
They know.
But
they are aware.
So
that's the thing I read.
I appreciate the note.
Meanwhile, there's 2 equally tiny drow men sitting down in a different room. They hear a loud thunderclap and they're just like...
Yeah, it's really been segregated on gender lines, hasn't it? The girls are upstairs fighting, and the boys are downstairs shaking hands.
It's not uncommon for Luka to run from danger.
They're in the man.
Until he flies recklessly into it.
Yep.
It is now the blood
she-shed
golem's
and the
turn.
man cave.
The blood golem. I would like Rovahn to roll an intimidation check again.
Ooh.
Oh, where'd you go? All right, there you go. Oh God! See, now the crappy rolls come in.
It's okay.
Is it my? Am I going off mine or off game?
Off of yours, in this instance.
All right, intimidation is charisma.
I'm not asking any of the drow, and there's a reason for that.
It's a 10.
A 10. Okay, good to know. The thing is going to move back into the fountain and try and set itself up for success later. And it didn't hit you last time, but clearly now you have overwhelmed Druna as the actual threat in this scenario, since you can Thunderous Smite. So you're getting all the love this time as it tries to overwhelm you with both of its strikes.
Want to heal yourself?
Okay, one was a natural 1 because fuck me, am I right? The other one is almost certainly going to hit at a 22.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Yeah. I don't know who you were hitting, but that hits all.
That hits you.
Yeah, like just in
Okay.
general.
Yeah, I figured.
So I don't have enough d6s for this, so give me a second to roll twice.
Oh my.
Oh jeez.
Gosh.
Ooh,
I've
okay.
run out of dice.
I'm hoping you just didn't bring them all.
Said the man from Misty Mountain Gaming.
Right, that's what
They're in my car. I have more d20s.
Yeah, okay.
Also, never mind. I won't do a plug. It is going to be 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, 16 plus 3, 19 points of damage.
Less okay, but okay.
It is no longer large enough to subsume you as it does so. So well done, you. But instead, you are just, your clock is cleaned by this thing trying to
Is that what we're, all right, we're all
beat
doing
the blood out of
Is
you.
Is that like consume? I don't know. Keep my vor and blood fetishes separate, please.
Real quick, Constitution saving throw, Dame, as you take this much damage.
I don't
from
want
this
to hear
thing.
the word vor in this campaign ever again.
I
Just so
avoid.
we're
Blood and
clear.
vor, not blood and gore, blood and vor. All right, I'll roll this one for whatever reason.
Hey,
Hell
thanks,
yeah,
Eric.
Okay, that's an
I saw you do it. I was like, we gotta
18.
do this.
All right. So there's a chance, if enough damage is dealt to you, that you will actually supply this thing with a new source of fresh blood, which you managed to not do. Way to go, Dame's Constitution. That is all it can do. That's the most it's got. So we're back to Luka at the bottom of a pit with Doc.
I don't know what I was doing in a second, but yeah, I am gonna try to pick Doc up and fly out of the hole.
Okay. For the sake of chat, normally I don't do this, but we're doing it now. So Doc is small enough, your spell is powerful enough, and you have a winged familiar right next to you. Between the two of you, you are capable of picking up the tiny good doctor and flying him up.
If it had been any
Normally,
other character,
in my other campaigns, it's like, that's not what the fly spell is for. It's meant to propel you and picking up people, yada, yada, yada. Right now, I don't care. The party's in trouble.
He's been in timeout for so long. Let him play, coach.
Yes.
and if it had been any other character, because Doc is the smallest of all of us, had been any other character,
really
Luka
is.
would not be able to pick them up.
But for now,
Smallest.
combined with your strength and the infinitesimal strength of your tiny familiar is enough to get all three of you out of here.
Okay.
That is going to be your action this turn.
Yeah.
Is airlifting Doc out of here.
Yeah.
You're airlifting the doctor.
Yep.
Yeah.
You all hear from the other room just like the sound of like somebody making a helicopter noise, but clearly with their mouth. It's just like as they're coming
The
back
dancing
up.
lights are like the little red sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get Doc back out of the hole and like immediately, because Luka's weak, just kind of sit him back down on the ground.
I'm going to say
Have to go down the hole.
I'm going to say you manage, if this is all you really want to do with your turn, you get both of you to a stable bit of floor close to the entrance to the other room.
That's fine. That is what I will
Cool.
do. My turn.
Awesome. And you're still flying.
Yeah, I'm still flying because I think fly is a concentration. Let me check.
It is.
Yeah.
I
And
have
is this a
beaten it out of many a party member before. Not you yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, he gets up and like he's still really hurt because 13 hit points is a lot for my 22 hit point guy to take. And he gets up and he's just like, "Hey, Dame's in there. Just go for it." Like, breathing really hard.
Go on.
Gosh darn it. Okay, excellent. Well done. Well done, Luka. And now we are to Doc. Doc, you are presented for the first time with a blood golem that is somewhat smaller than you were led to believe at this juncture. But there
Luka
nonetheless.
exaggerates.
Gruda is very dead and headless and slumped over a fountain. Dame looks beat to shit. But
How dare you?
disregarding her shield,
Really?
she is
rude.
swinging with both hands this warhammer at this magical foe. And Druna has a kung fu sheep that you've never seen before. That's the new thing. And what
A
would
lot to unpack.
yeah, there will be a conversation about much of this, but what would you like to do?
As I'm getting up, I'll look at first like I'm almost too tired to get a proper spell out. But I'm gonna do the brash thing, and I'm gonna run up and shove my hand into the blood golem, and I'm gonna try to cast Bestow Curse.
Ooh. Let Rob do some Googling.
Been
Love
hands
them
deep in
cleric
blood
spells.
before.
Brash Candy cosplay.
That's me.
All right, gotta touch them. Cool.
Dude.
And it's a wisdom
Me and
saving
Eric
throw
had a
for this
podcast.
thing.
We could be Brosh Candy.
Did I make you lose inspiration?
Yep. I've got some to spare, buddy. You just try it.
That's 2 plus 0.
How did we miss? What's up, brah?
The effect I choose is going to be Blood Golem has to make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If you fail, you waste your action doing nothing at all.
Great! Love it! Alright,
Cleric shit!
now it's a
What can
golem
we
of
use
cursed
Dr.
blood.
The Doc,
Yay.
very proud of themselves.
What happened to your Hippocratic oath?
That's a successful operation if I've ever heard of one.
That's a lot of harm.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Well done. All
I
right,
saw it coming, and it's no less hilarious.
I dropped the d20, and while I find it, Druna, what are you doing?
So Druna used Shillelagh earlier.
That's just lasts for a while. It's not concentration.
Right. And it's just a cantrip, so it's at will. So, just for the sake of conservancy, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shillelagh again.
You can do that.
Yes, that is what I'll do.
And you wallop him.
Yep. Don't have to roll a d20 first, so
For those paying close attention, the armor class is 14.
yeah, I got an 18.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
18.
higher.
Plus 3.
Well done,
Okay.
you hit.
And then let me see.
D8 plus 3, I think you said.
And then yeah, so it's like d8. Okay.
Jane and I are gonna rock the cat crash bra.
Crash bra.
I like that
Kinda
song.
rules.
We will rock
Man,
the crash bra.
I like that
They'll have
song.
a really weird,
It's
like,
hard to say
Viking
crash bra.
crash
Rock
bra.
the crash bra.
I got a
Rock
14.
Crash bra.
It seems
A
like it should
wait,
be like
wait a minute, hold on,
Viking
hold on.
metal mixed with Beach
8
Boys.
plus 3? How is that a D8
No,
plus
I
3?
have it's 8 plus 6.
Why is it plus 6?
It's +6 on my hit DC spell list.
Oh, that's to hit. That's not to the damage. You do get to add your
it's
wisdom
not to
bonus.
damage?
You do get to
I'm
add your. No,
sorry.
it's fine. It's your wisdom bonus
God,
plus
we
whatever you
wish.
rolled on that D8.
I'm a
I only asked
liar.
because that pretty much would have killed it, but I also.
So I rolled an 8 though, so
So that's 11 points of
11.
damage. Gosh darn it. Okay. This thing is almost as not alive as it could be.
Well, Sean's up next.
And Sean's up next, and it gets 2 attacks. So go
Way
for
to go,
it.
Sean.
Go
If
for
Sean
it, you
gets the how do you
nerd.
want to do this, I'm gonna scream.
So Sean is gonna put his hooves together, and his nostrils are gonna flare, and he's just gonna go.
Starts doing Naruto
Oh, boy.
jutsus without fingers.
Yeah.
You just hear a lot of like
slowly move his hooves.
like coconuts.
He's just banging them together.
You have advantage on them both.
Yeah, well, I got a natty 20 on the first one. So.
I really am going to give it. How do you want to do this with sheep?
And a 19.
You bet you are, baby.
Oh, wait. Sheep Dory. Nope, that's not close enough.
No.
Shibori. I do kind of like Shibori.
So,
I do like the it's sheep jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
the mutton chop.
Nothing has
so
beat mutton chop for me yet.
Yeah,
But those are all
mutton
good.
It'll be a 26 and a 25, I think.
Roll tie
Roll
sheep.
your damage. Roll an extra D8 because you crit.
A sheep.
Is
That
it
was
possible for it to live?
Not really.
Oh boy.
And a D4.
And you're adding 12 to whatever you get on the dice.
So 6
Oh.
plus 2.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So 8 plus 12.
So that's 20 damage, halved to 10. It
So-
had 4. So, how does Sean want to do this?
I've been waiting for this moment.
That makes one of us. Let's go.
So
Oh, dear
Sean has
Sean.
his hooves together, and you know, in the classic anime style, he suddenly gets this shadow of just like black over his face, and he's just like,
GD. Amoy wa mo.
jump!
Oh my wa. No
Mashinderu.
My sheep dero.
All right, so Sean is suddenly on the opposite side of the blood elemental in a 3-point landing, like sheathing
Covered in
his
blood.
hook. And then as the screen goes black, there are several white impact points where Sean has just light speed meteor punched this fucking thing. And then in our
we are writing Ardman's next animation.
God damn. And then as the camera swings back around, there's a rain of blood as there is no more blood elemental and only yes. Dame's body reveling in the shower of gore. And Doc somehow immaculate throughout all of this, thanks to magic on his clothes, as we exit initiative. You guys, so we're out of initiative. You guys are free to move about the camp, and everyone is there. You guys are free to talk. I'm going to step away from the mic and the camera for just a second. I will be right back. It's not because I have to compose myself for having a sheep kill my blood golem. It's other reasons. But you guys have fun for a second, and I'll be right back.
Oh,
That dude
boy.
Daniel with the "Oh my wa mo sheep deru" clip. I can't wait to watch that. You had already fled.
Oh my god.
What's the Hanzo ult? I bet there's a sheep pun in there somewhere.
Oh, hold on. Oh no.
I'm trying
It's
to
been so
remember
long
it.
since I played Overwatch, but I used to hear it, multiple times a game. Oh, I gotta look that up.
Oh, Ryuga Waga Teki Wokuro. That's
Oh yeah,
it.
because it's so fucking long. That's why I can't remember it.
Ryuga Waga Teki Wokuro. It's bad, but it's about as good as the
We
rest of
broke
them.
Rob. We broke Rob.
We
Oops.
did.
Marvelous.
He's mentally recovering.
You
For anybody who
guys,
doesn't have the chat up, there's one person
listen,
who
we
said
brought the
got muted.
DM. It's kind of what we came to do.
Yeah.
But, you know,
We
hey,
won
it's
D&D.
fine.
It's all part of the plan.
Yep. we
Rob
won
will be a
D&D.
different guy altogether. He'll just need some cowbell.
When did Christopher Walken get here?
Guys, I've been playing D&D since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My next character is
Used to
going to
hang
sound
out
like
with Gary in his basement. It was great.
Gilbert
Awful
Gottfried.
Oh, God. Oh, my God, what? No,
I want to sound just like Iago.
Thank you, Kay, for doing this to Rob. This
Kay,
is great.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Also,
gift.
hey, if you
I
guys have
never
never
thought
tried
it would
this,
go down
What
this
a
path.
gift you've given us.
guys out
Yes.
there, if you've never tried this, try D&D without rolling the dice. That way they can't betray you. It's great.
Killed with a
Yeah.
Hashipi Hanzo.
Just be possessed.
Just make the
be
characters
possessed.
and hand them to the DM or another player. It's fantastic.
This is fantastic. I actually have to use the restroom. Okay.
Uh-oh.
PTFN.
They're all running away.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Run. Drain your bladder. Sorry, it's jealousy.
Oh. Ah, you're so warm.
I'm
Yeah.
back. Did I miss anything super cool?
No.
No, but
No, we were
honestly-
awkwardly sitting here
Bathroom.
trying to figure out what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So,
This is quite,
allow me
actually
to.
working out really well.
Are you ready to heal yourself?
Yes, if you don't mind. I was going to say this is actually working out pretty well. You obviously know what you're doing.
I was
I
called
would
the
like to
Blood
get my body
Lord.
back eventually. Perhaps we could work together in a less proximate manner.
Well, it's funny you say that. I do need your help, potentially.
Well, seeing as how
Hags, they have to go. You help me destroy them, and I might be able to tell you where there's some of the treasure.
sure you say.
Well,
And these hags, they're the ones who've been telling Gruta to get up to all this nasty business in the forest. Is that right?
they're awful.
What?
I'm sorry, did you want me to explain further? They're terrible. They're fucking hags. They need to die.
Yes. Well,
Look what they've done to my fucking Rimehold. Look at it.
yes, I dare say the old woman couldn't quite keep up with the place. You've done quite a bit to decorate it at the moment.
The blood is
Added a
always a
splash
good
of
look.
color to the place.
It's always a good look. Blood is perfect.
Well, I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. Thank you for that nasty business with the door. Yes, let's take a moment to heal ourselves, and we can talk. I do believe that we can come to some sort of arrangement. You see, we've been tasked to handle this problem that was no doubt instigated by this lot that seems to be causing you all the problems. And my den could use a little more treasure.
And it's an alliance.
Sorry, yeah, Rob.
Points of order. First of all, hell yeah, Crash. Title drop. Makes me very happy to hear a name that I created spoken so well. Also, B, I don't know if Steve missed it, but Rovahn titled himself as the Blood Lord. On your way up the mountains, you and Doc, as you recall, were having this discussion based on successful history checks on kind of the history of this area and what you might expect to find as you were taking the kids on a field trip. And if this person is the Blood Lord, then he would be the ghost of the barbarian king that Doc was talking about, the human capable of uniting many disparate barbarous tribes into a unified civilization centuries ago, while before Dame or Doc were born, and before they had ever thought of coming above ground. One of the first humans in this world to advocate and be capable of bringing about unification, civilization, military might, etc.
So am I getting like a Vlad the Impaler sort of vibe from him then? Or like...
It is not a perfect analogy, and
yet
yes, well...
So
what Rovahn was capable of doing for society was more impressive than what Vlad was capable of doing. However, the methods by which this was achieved were similarly barbaric.
I know that in your fiction, there was a big-ass war between men and elves. Was he like a big...
That's far more recent.
Far more recent. Okay. And honestly, we're talking dirty surface elves anyway, so I mean, who cares? But just curious.
No bad blood, whatever.
About smut marvels, because we've just come up with like 4 of them right there.
Yes. Your reputation precedes you. We would say, I dare say that you would certainly be a powerful ally and a very welcome one. We are short on those days.
Then we may have an accord.
I would say that you have my hammer, but that much is already plainly obvious.
The question is, your friends, the little ones.
I would love to tell you that they do as I bid, but they do take a little coddling.
It's always the weak ones. Indeed. Well, talk to them.
There is a strength that I've come to understand in restraint. Not one I exhibit very often, but one I understand and appreciate.
I think we can make something work.
And at his behest, I will go about healing myself.
Okay, healer's kit?
Healer's kit first, yeah.
Okay, go for that. While this internal monologue is happening...
I've rolled this thing 5 times, and every time I get a 6!
On a D6?
On a D6?
Man, it's only D20s that are your problem.
I know! Why does this game use them so
Why
much?
don't you play Fate or something?
Warhammer.
So,
good dice.
As soon as the combat is over, Dame turns her warhammer over, sets the head of it on the ground, and just seems introspective. Like having a little conversation inside her own head. Meanwhile, the rest of you...
Yes, we know. The most thinking you've ever seen her do.
Yeah.
You too?
I was about to say, you did watch the other episodes.
You said I needed to be coddled.
The rest of you are standing beside the limp corpse of Gruda. The animated gesticulations of a flying monkey and a karate sheep who have just met each other. And covered in blood, and there's blood in the fountain, there's blood out of the fountain, there's blood on everything but Doc's clothes.
We're really painting the town red.
Indeed. Once again, around you is Dame having her conversation. The closed doors with the sound of scraping stone. The now open doorway where doors once stood, because they fell on Dame. Leading into what looks like, to Doc's eyes particularly, who can see farther than the rest of you, what was once a throne room, with a grand set of stairs leading up to a raised dais, and doors leading off to either side of the pedestal. And of course, behind you, the room with the shield, the room with the holes in the floor, and the room that looks down to the ending of the Hercules Disney movie. which I haven't mentioned before, but there's basically Hades down there. What are the three of you doing?
Even though we couldn't hear that conversation, I like to think that right as Rovahn was saying, like they're the weak ones and all that stuff, Luka comes flying in right at that moment. She's like, "I'm ready," and then there's like nothing left to fight.
Not a thing.
But yeah, Luka's gonna fly over to Doc and just kind of gently poke the shoulder and be like, "Doesn't she seem weirder than normal? You know, a little more violent than normal."
I mean, I haven't asked and I haven't seen her, but what happened to Gruta?
Dame killed Gruta. Dame beheaded her.
She what?
Yeah, I was just like, I was
Why?
standing in front of her, and then I turned to yell for you because I thought something was weird, and then Dame just. But I did get a little tiny bit of information before she killed. I could have gotten so much more information.
And where did that thing come from?
Sheep?
I suppose that as well. I was referring to the sentient glob of blood.
Oh, okay.
But yes, the sheep will start nicely.
I can explain both. Druna made the sheep. We should expect that. His name is Sean. Okay? You have to call him the right name.
That is fine.
The bloody thing over there came because Gruta got killed, and all of her blood went in there, except for this tiny little vial that I still don't worry about it. And he puts it in his pocket real quick. Yeah, it mixed with some dust that was in the thing over there. I don't know what it was, and then it grew up, and it was a whole lot bigger than when you got here. Yeah.
Right.
And the ghost. You said there was a ghost. See, all
yes, where is it?
All we really saw is that it floated in, looked down at Dame, and then was gone. So I don't know where it went.
Dame? I'm gonna march on over there. There's some tomfoolery.
Some sheep foolery.
Yeah, Dame, I will walk up to you. Are you still hurt at this point?
Yes, I am. Still pretty hurt.
Okay, then he will walk up and cast a first level Cure Wounds while kind of slapping a hand on your shoulder. Would you like to roll or me?
You roll. I don't roll.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Steve only rolls d6s now. That's all he does.
Look at that, the little one.
Watches you heal and kind of just does this quiet little, not like I was hurt or anything.
You can always ask! Damn it! But I rolled poorly, so you get 5 hit points back for that one. But we have time.
That is an improvement yet.
I hit Dame pretty hard between door and 1 hit from a blood elemental.
Yeah. Dame. First of all, I fell through the floor. We'll need to deal with that later. But are you okay?
Go ahead, answer her.
Him, I'm a boy.
Or him, excuse me. They're so tiny.
So I know I'm frail.
3 of them gender flipped their characters. I've made the mistake before.
I was weirdly enough, I think I was one of the first ones to say. Anyway, thank you, Iris. I'm quite well, thanks to you. I'll manage. There was this business with a door and the blood thing.
And the decapitation of Gruta.
Yes, there was that.
Would you care to explain that at all?
Yes, but that didn't hurt me at all. I was quite all right. It was fine.
Dame, why would you go out of your way to behead her?
Well, to be quite honest, I wasn't feeling entirely myself at the time.
Don't give it away and get tricky with me.
You know I've been a little out of sorts. Look, the whole reason we came here was to put a stop to her, and I did.
But you
Now there's
need
this whole
the
business
hags.
about she was working for other people, and it seems that in order to finish the job, we have the sisters and possibly something named Scrub to deal with. What about you, Iris? Are you all right? Oh, and Rovahn. Lord, would you prefer Lord Rovahn? In my head.
Sure. Yes, of course.
Lord Rovahn, would it be quite all right if I went and healed the little one as well? It's like I feel confident that we can come to some sort of arrangement. And when we do, he's quite fragile, you see.
Your friends are very sketchy or something. Make sure that you don't reveal our arrangement yet.
As you wish. It's not as though I have... as she thinks to herself, it's not really as though I have much say in the matter, and if this is the most agency that I can retain at the moment, then I will use it to the extent that I can. Oh, Luka, your head. Come here, let me see what I can do about that.
First, he starts dancing around like, no, I'm still mad at you. I'll get healing from the doctor.
Look, you can be as mad at me as you want, but you could also feel better while doing it.
Oh, well, I can just feel
To the Do No Harm Clinic.
Listen, I'm still mad.
What'd you say, Jane?
Come to the Do No Harm Clinic.
It's like, yes, well, you and I apparently went to very different schools, but I've come to terms with that.
I'm checking some spells while you're doing that.
Look. I think it's safe to say that anyone who's here knows that we are as well. And I think we all know that the job's not done. And you can all be as upset with me as you like. But in order to make sure that our interests for Lord Exton are fulfilled, so that the town of Shallowford remains safe, and that we assist the fairies, the pixies that we met in the forest, and hopefully prevent Ethelyn from getting in over her head, that we see this through.
Quick question for the DM.
That's me.
Because now that Doc has gone over and has been very suspicious, would you say it's more of a wisdom, or is it more an intelligence check to see if I have any inkling that something is wrong with Dame, or if they're just mad at each other again?
I'd still call this an insight check.
Insight? Okay.
By the way, I completely missed out on the how do you want to do this? EWE. She,
that one's good.
How do you? Okay.
How do you?
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yep.
Is that? Okay. That would be...
Kay, you were fine, right? You didn't get hurt?
No, I didn't get hurt at all.
She was great.
But I am completely saturated in blood to the point where I'm like carry status.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
But I can just go up
It's
to you
just
and
like smoke from a campfire. No matter which way the blood was hit, it just always found its way into your face.
We can
No matter
go up
which
and just
chair
like
you
give you a
sit
little
in.
like this, and you can have like a reverse football eye black thing.
You guys
have, like,
know
two
the
clean
scene from
spots
The
on your face.
Office? You guys know the scene from The Office where Angela sneaks up behind Dwight, and he's like, "Oh shit."
That's just Druna at all times. That's
I like how
Druna and
Druna's-
Doc's relationship.
Druna is
At
our
any
most
given
unassuming
moment.
What'd you get, Luka?
And she's secretly like the glass cannon nuke of this.
I had
She
rolled
really
a
is.
14, but then I forgot that I have guidance that I just never use.
Yeah.
So I got a 17.
A 17. Yes. Dame is now, in this moment, is acting more like herself than she was a moment ago. You think that her behavior was slightly out of character, and was more so up until about 10 seconds ago. where she seems more like herself. Something is going on, whether it is magical in nature, or whether she's going through some stuff, or whether she and Doc are having a spat. Whether a moment ago you saw that Dame was acting whenever Doc is not watching and constantly disapproving, you're not sure, but Dame is different than you remember her.
Okay. I'm glad you're back, Erik, because I have an idea that may end up involving you here. Luka's gonna kind of narrow his eyes for a second before, like, kind of being like, putting his hand out to Dame, kind of as in like a fine, take my hand, heal me kind of thing. Be like, fine. No point in arguing about it, even though I could have gotten more information out of you. And as he takes Dame's hand, I'm gonna send a message, just because he's thinking, like, is there something magically, like, keeping you from talking to us about things? And just be like, Dame, are you okay? Like, you're being incredibly weird.
Where does that go, Rob?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the message spell, because this, unsurprisingly, has not come up in my game before.
It's
It is a
so
weird
I have to
thought.
have to speak it out loud. However, it's nobody else but the person I'm sending to can hear it, and it's just a mental message that goes through, and they can send something back. So I'll let you make the call. I'll let you make the call on where it comes from, and it's a little piece of copper is my thing I need for it.
A spell through object. There's no... Yeah, the message is going to go through. The target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. Both of you hear the message.
He's mainly just sending this thinking, like, have you been charmed? Like, what's wrong with you kind of thing.
Hit me with the message one more time.
Hit me.
It was just him saying, like, Dame, are you okay? Something seems very off about you.
Unfortunately, you reply in a whisper that only Luka can hear. So no one else is capable of hearing it, but this whisper implies that you must use motor functions, physical functions, to speak the words. So technically, Rovahn is going to be in control of the message that you respond with.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not what I thought was gonna happen. Okay.
I'm perfectly fine. I just want to get us out of this alive.
Kind of
On
does like
brand.
the pulls his hand back, like kind of jerkily. Just
I
my
really...
eye on you.
Wait, someone in the chat is MMG Hive Mind? What the fuck?
What?
Someone is Misty Mountain Gaming Hive Mind in the goddamn chat. Who is that?
What does that mean?
What is that? I'm sorry. That completely... Anyway, I am personally reimbursing your guidance, Ty, because I really like that idea. It's my interpretation of the spell that is going against you here. So I'm gonna you can have it on me this time. The mind over the mountain. I thought it might be you. I'm delighted that you are here. I'm delighted that you have given us a new a Twitch account to follow us. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I'm pretty much betting that's John, and John did promise to tune in today.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
John, this is the best session of D&D I have ever played in my life.
And he spent half of it on his ass being controlled by Erik.
That's probably why.
Yes. Dude,
Oh.
D&D is a spectator sport now.
I would make a really funny comment,
He
but I know
says on a
someone will
live
clip it,
stream.
so I can't.
He says
It's about
this on a live
psychological
stream.
Daniel
warfare
Slade here.
nowadays.
All right. We are approaching the end of our stream tonight, by the by, so we're gonna wrap this scene up, and then we'll stop whenever we are about to do something else. But in response to Luka's message, yes, you hear in your mind, you see the lips move, and in a whisper that only you can hear, Dame responds, "I'm fine. I just want to get us out of here. I'm done with this place."
It sounds like Dame, right?
Yep.
So, real quick, Druna, covered in blood, walks up to Luka, being much shorter.
Give me a
and
hug.
and pulls on the back of his sleeve and goes, I think that there's something wrong with Mom. She's acting really weird.
Yeah, Mom is being very weird. For once, I think Dad might be right to be worried that she's so violent.
Does he hear you say Dad?
Yeah.
He chokes again.
You both hear Mom and Dad.
Yeah, he just has to clear his throat for a moment.
Is it out of happiness or is it out of the immediate stress of owning said two children?
Owning children.
You could probably decipher which.
Insight check. No, I'm kidding.
I just
The
love
answer is
children
yes.
roasted on a spit.
Oh my god.
Luka's gonna like pat Druna on the shoulder and like take part of his like far too sparkly and fancy cloak and just kind of like rub her cheek off and just like, gonna figure it out. Don't worry. If Dame really starts just killing everything, make the two of us invisible. We'll leave Dad to deal with it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad are fighting. Let's go hide.
I can make the
last episode.
From experience, this ends one of two ways, and neither way do we want to be here.
Yeah.
It ends in pizza. I don't know what you're talking about.
Iris, while
Robert, you
after
thinking
clearing
either
his
way the whips
throat-
come out?
I bet Iris is like,
Yeah, he'll take a moment and just he'll pat Druna's shoulder and then kind of just like and then he'll pat yours, Luka, and then he'll cast second level cure wounds on you because I don't trust my dice rolls anymore.
Dame did heal me. If you
Oh
wanted to
shoot,
hear.
then never mind.
Yeah.
You just feel a little enervated, I guess.
Yeah.
You feel God or something. And
I think I feel God, and I look around, and it's just Phoebe like tugging on the end of the cloak.
you have the power of anime. I have the power of God currently. And
it really is the vibe, the two of them. If you combine them, just I have the
if
power
you just
of God
look at
and
them,
anime. Yeah.
I'm the anime. But he'll kind of pat both your shoulders, say, let's not press her any further than she already is. I have a feeling it will only make it worse.
Who's gonna lean in to whisper to you and be like, just sent her a message, and she said she just wants us to make it out of here alive.
And I'm sure she believes. Look, I know this was before your time, but as much as I don't like it, I can't blame her. Back in our younger days, this was just the nature of Denmark's. Blood and victory overall.
I think what's getting me the most is how quickly that change seemed to have come about. Even where we are, I don't know if I can fully trust. I don't know what's going on. It very well could just be Dame being Dame, given we're in a dangerous place. A weird little gut feeling is all.
Definitely haven't been in a
She's not her
Open.
bloodlord.
Yeah. Oh my god.
does Doc still have the horn as
Oh.
well?
I have the horn. It's
He has
still
the
on
horn.
me. Yeah.
Luka has the horn? Okay.
And
This is
Flo,
my
and I'll be Uncle Flo.
Oh my
God.
2 whiskeys and a beer at 10:14 p.m.
Ugh.
So,
That's gonna be the next tampon commercial.
Rovahns, tampon.
Yeah.
Uncle Flo.
suddenly I'm less
When you
excited
wanna
about a thing I
absorb
made.
all the blood.
Rovahn.
Temper your blood, Gollum.
God.
Bloodlord tampons.
I hate
Oh.
everything.
Rovahn.
You hate everything.
Bloodlord tampon.
Imagine how I feel.
Quite successful.
Yeah.
Rob didn't realize what he was getting into when he invited us all.
So we have t-shirt designs.
Rob, your
now.
job is so easy. Like, I don't understand why you're stressed out when all you have to do is sit there while we make the content.
Okay, I'm
Stress-
sorry. That's close enough. Everybody drink.
She's doing one of those voices.
That's
everyone does.
mad.
Stress is not the right word.
That is
Destroyed,
bullshit.
perhaps? That's a better word.
Go.
Did we destroy you more than
bottle
a...
of vodka.
So Rob, we have to make a mutton chop MMG shirt, and then
It's my best
Rovahn,
vodka.
Rovahns tampons MMG shirt.
Ow! My jaw's doing the thing again.
The comfort.
This is the merch design that we will never see, but that I will probably end up making if I'm ever born.
Please.
My mouth is not accustomed
I
to
feel like
smiling this
Misty
much.
stepping on the mountain.
The next time we play TKO, this is such a rich well.
The next time we play
That's
TKO,
just
I've
gonna
got
be-
so much material.
Just the caption.
Everyone but Druna.
Oh my god.
What?
Everyone but Druna
Okay.
is passively perceptive enough to feel the floor rumbling beneath your feet.
Wait, why am I not?
Because you dumb.
Because everyone else has a passive perception of 14 or higher.
Because your ass fat head
Not
empty
wrong.
doll.
Not wrong.
That's the
As
wizard.
you-
Why does the druid not have?
Don't ask me.
No, she's proficient because she's a drow.
Just look.
I
at
just
the
looked at
sheepdog.
all of your passive perceptions on D&D Beyond. Everyone
have
but
13.
Druna
I'm disappointed.
I have a 13, not a 14.
feels the ground shifting beneath your feet, a low rumbling, subtle but distinctly there to everyone but Druna. And you notice the room with all the holes in the floor that has the ending of the Disney Hades down there.
Mhm.
Unless you were right on top of it, you couldn't see the glow before. Now, from where you are standing in the middle of this room, departed from the crumbling room, you see a green light flare from underneath the stones, working its way up from beneath the cracks, accompanying the shaking and trembling of the mountainside. You hear a low rumble from outside of the confines of Rimehold, as doubtlessly this has shifted some snow on the accompanying peaks. Something in this particular moment has changed. And there's a sinking feeling in all three of your chests, including Rovahnn's, because sharing a chest with Dame right now,
Lucky guy.
that this
Nice.
Or MILF.
It's
does
giving me
not
Scooby-Doo
spell
movie.
anything good for the four of you. And on that note, we are going to go ahead and end for the week.
Yeah.
You guys are hilarious, by the way. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell a story or run D&D with you guys cracking me up and breaking me so much. I feel like fucking Jimmy Fallon
Look what
right
we
now.
did to
Like
his
I can't
hair.
focus.
I feel
on
like I'm getting
hair.
a sternly worded email after
Right.
I really didn't
Ah,
appreciate
boy.
the comment about the tampons.
Rob, we've seen your sanity go based off your hair throughout the night.
I've needed some way to express it without
tells a
interrupting y'all,
story.
and this is how I do it. It is just,
Stress.
Nice.
This is amazing. This was probably the best episode yet.
I mean,
So good.
obviously.
Fun session of D&D I have played in, a very sporadic 8 years.
Hey, but Rob, think with all the nonsense, that's gonna make like all the heavy emotional, like possible, like headbutting hit even harder.
Yeah.
When Luka eventually dies, because we know that's going to happen at some point,
I'm
it's gonna
banking.
be sad.
I've
Then
marked my
Doc
calendar.
gets voodoo dolled by whatever's in my pocket.
I still don't know what the soup does. What
No?
does the soup do?
Yeah, we haven't learned.
I'm scared.
Next
Look,
time
we
we
all
play
have our
Rob, I've made myself
silent
a
battles. Some are soup, some are eldritch magic.
note. Remind me, I need to know what's on the other side of the door that fell on me. I wrote myself a note.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is an old throne room beyond that has been repurposed, and it has 2 doors leading east and west, but we can get more detail next week.
Okay.
So, that's where we'll leave it. Well done, you guys. Everybody survived. We freed Doc. We freed Rovahn, who has taken up a amenable residence within Dame's body, which is as good an outcome as we could have hoped for. We had this was such a great stream in terms of the channel, like the audience participation. We had people, including my brother, from that has not joined any of our streams before, came in and checked out this episode. I mentioned it during the break.
But let's be real. He didn't come for us. He came for the voice of Draven, Jackson Belkos.
Whatever the reason, I'm delighted that we've received such a good response. The followings, the gifted subscriptions, the cheer, the hype train at the beginning. I'm so thrilled as the person responsible for this stream and as a quote-unquote streaming professional that this went so well. I'm always delighted by my 4 regulars. You guys are amazing. Thank you for continuing to come back and play this stupid-ass game with me. And make me laugh. Big thank you to Erik for coming in and portraying a brainchild and doing it so incredibly well. And for just being fucking hilarious, even when you're not the Bloodlord, making references that I appreciate and cracking me the hell up, dude. I'm so glad that you're joining our little family.
Well, thank you to you and the rest of the team for having me. I appreciate it.
The campaign
is going to be a very fun rest of the campaign.
Yeah,
This is gonna be fantastic.
This is we're clearly not done. There is more to do. I hope that if your schedule permits, you will continue to join us on Monday nights at 7 Central, at least until we wrap this campaign up. If we have to write you out, then I mean we can write you out, but goddamn, man, you will be fucking missed after one session.
Yes.
It was a delight to have you.
Thank you.
We will be back on Wednesday night at 7 p.m., same time we started tonight, 7 Central, to continue the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. Tyler and I will be back on here along with Mademoiselle and Rifle Stud to where I'll get to be a player. It'll be a good time. I got a mask over here, the only cosplay item that I have made in my entire life.
Lovely.
It'll be sure to be a good time. Friday at 7 will be our first Dice Goblin stream where Oh My Sophie comes and does a giveaway, and she does so in cosplay, and we're going to start doing that on the regular. But if you want to be here for the inaugural Dice Goblin stream, Friday at 7, I will be at a convention. Sophie will be tanking that stream for us, and I'm looking forward to tuning in from the show. Thank you to everyone who stuck around this long. Thank you to all our new followers. You will be shouted out at the beginning of our next stream. It's a little late for us to go into all that now and all of the wonderful things that you guys have done for us. So I hope you come back on Wednesday and hear your name then. Does anybody else have anything to remind the people of? Once again, real quick.
Love you.
Erik has been so wonderful. If you haven't already followed him on Twitch, his channel is in the chat again. I hope next time you stream, brother, on Wednesday. I mean, we're going to be doing D&D. You're going to be doing the happy hour.
I was going to say maybe at your break.
Maybe so. If not, we usually go kind of late. Rate us when you're done. And I hope that you log into some new followers when you go over and check it.
That'd be great. Thank you.
I know the number you were before we started today. So I'm going to go check later and see if any of our friends have gone over and helped you out. Because it's awesome the stuff that you're doing over there. You're such an entertaining dude.
Well, thank you.
We're going to get out of here and give everyone their nights back. As usual, to all my players, I love you guys. To all of our chat, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. In case you don't hear it anywhere else during the week, y'all have a wonderful time, and I'll catch y'all in a couple of days. So until then, farewell. And Godspeed, friends and adventurers. Good night.
Bye.